Do it, do it,
Give
do
it
it,
15 seconds. I've never used this tournament website thing before, so this may go terribly. Just as a heads up. Out.
He literally made it like directly on time. On time is late.
Right. Told me.
I don't want to hear no excuse.
He was too busy. He was getting his hair.
So, editing the hair is worse.
Late
Respect.
is not great.
Wow.
This has to be one of the first times in live at the time that our thumbnail says we're
Let's go, baby.
Which is good.
Hooray.
on the come up.
Dude,
Yep.
I am like, I feel 0% prepared tonight, but I feel like I am prepared tonight.
Tyler feels 0% prepared, but he popped out 8 FPO and 8 MPO storylines.
No
so
problem.
quick
No problem.
that he was just raw
Yeah,
ready.
to go, man.
Was I supposed to vote on that, by the way?
No, I thought that's what we were doing during the pod.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I didn't know if I was supposed to, like, the links you put, I didn't know if I was supposed to do
That was
anything
just
with-
for you guys.
Oh.
In all honesty, I didn't read a single thing that we were supposed to do tonight.
Is that different?
I was going to say, like, is that a surprise?
normal.
From last week, yes. From last week,
Corey
yes.
was
Yeah,
like,
Corey did all his prep work
ultra
last week.
prepared.
I'm kind of wiped, man.
And still sick. 'Cause Corey's on week 41 of being sick.
Sick
Give it up
AF.
for Week 41.
F. I'm just looking over at my audio levels, and I feel like my mic is still fucked somehow. About to rate.
What's wrong with it?
Sound fine to us, but I don't know.
Just it doesn't look right. It's not looking.
No,
Your,
heck no.
your microphone
I hate-
doesn't look right? Mm.
I hate when my audio don't look right.
Look right on the levels.
Guys, in classic, I'm 1 week in IBM fashion. I got a email for like a care package
And?
to get started that I, of course, ordered.
You should be fired.
It said, "Hey, associate, would you like a care package?" And I ordered it, and it's like a $100 backpack and like a really nice Stanley cups and stuff. But when it got here, it said, "Welcome to IBM internship." So I'm pretty sure it was for our interns, but they sent me
Hate
the
to tell you,
email.
Matt, I think you may just have an intern.
I could just have an internship. That would be the other
You might get the
If-
job one day.
someday.
We'll see. See how it goes.
So I don't know how they did the buzzsaw.
Yeah, I want to know. I want to understand how they did the buzzsaw. Because it's- It just straight up looks like they.
They put some clear stuff in there, like clear plastic, man, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah, but it's precise.
Come on, Corey, you got
Yeah.
the hookups, man. How do you not already know this like
How you
4
not know?
months ago?
Because
Wait,
when I
that is
texted Kevin, he said I'm legally not allowed to say how we made those.
Oh my gosh. Come on,
Oh,
Kev.
Bro, all I'm gonna say is shout out one to Kevin, and then shout out to our channel for having 101
hooray!
Oh, let's go.
nice.
1010 Dalmatians, baby.
listening in the chat.
Want to take
When
a
we do our
gander at
next
what I'm at?
Fortnite stream, we'll give away
Oh my goodness. We
one
can't
disc
do that,
for
by the
every
way.
win we get.
Want to take a
And we'll
gander
get-
at what I'm
We'll
at?
give away so many.
Where are you?
You want to take a guess?
You're at 113.
Where you're at right now? You're at 117.
Yep.
I just
Dang,
watched your latest video.
Dude, he's got so many tabs open with all the answers.
Oh, true.
President, bro has
He
the
has a-
answers open.
He
I'll
already,
take
yeah,
it.
he texted
My-
Taylor what the trivia was.
My nickname
Alright, I didn't
is
ask.
my nickname is the answer, okay?
I don't know if that's
You
true.
know what I did? I did go and watch like 2 days ago was just Tyler's recent in the bag on Instagram. I
Me
pulled
too,
up and
Matt.
watched the full way through. I don't know
Yeah, me
why.
too.
So watch that.
I like randomly enjoy watching that video, and I've watched it like a decent amount of times.
I'm gonna do a speed. You know
I
what?
love that.
Friday, I'll put up a new one, and I'll speed through it like as fast as I can.
I
I'm
just
so
looked
excited
and,
for this podcast.
yeah, that would be funny.
I gotta run
just
out to
looked
my
through it.
car.
Half of it was my stuff, and the other half was Corey's stuff.
Well, now it's like Nunya. Except Corey's
I
disc
know.
is in my bag though. Corey, I threw your disc. So I gotta say, I played last Friday, had your disc in my bag, and I'm like, yo, I'm throwing this disc in many scenarios as possible. And then hole one, I was like, ooh, let me check this new Firebird out, see how stable it is. And I buzzed the basket on hole one for hole in one. And then and then you guys, as I told you, I went on like a birdie streak. I birdied the first four holes.
Yeah.
And then I completely forgot about the whole purpose of me being there was trying to use your disc the whole time. And then I got the hole 17 and I was like, I should use the torque. Hole 18, I should use the torque.
I'll tell you something for
It is. I just got to break it in. I need it to be a little softer for me.
wait. It's been a whole
know,
other
I'm in the
week, and I
same
haven't
boat.
pestered Corey, and I still haven't seen him.
What a great question, especially considering I've seen it.
No shot, bro.
I'm
You
kidding.
have?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No shot. Oh, Matt was just in. Oh
I-
my goodness!
If
do
I
you
was
guys
in the
I
know,
have
there would just
19
be so much.
subscribers?
Oh
la
my
la.
gosh.
How many?
19.
Whoa.
I think at 1/1/2025, is it legal? Can I do a giveaway? Social media. Somebody.
Why not?
I don't know.
That's that 1/1/25. Actually, I can't give away my Instagram because then the DMs would be out there, but the YouTube can go.
The DMs would be out there.
Taylor's got to go back through and DM purge
Yeah, I gotta
for
delete.
the last 3 years.
What's my
Can't let that
Instagram
crap get
DM?
out.
Hey, is Scott here? Let me get a shout out.
I
Scott.
haven't seen
Yeah,
Scott
we,
yet,
got,
man.
we got 7 people here somehow, and
We'll start
That's
recording when Scott said,
Yep, 100%. What's up, people? Welcome to the chat. Put something in the chat, man. Say something. So we're gonna get started here. We have a new thing we're gonna do tonight. So we're excited. We got some new ideas cooking up in the brain lab.
there's one
So-
thing that this podcast and common, we're trying new things.
Switching up days, switching
yes,
up
a little bit of-
schedules.
I used to have. There was this guy who, in my first month of being married, was like, "So, you getting tired?" I'm like, "No." They're like, "You haven't been at it every single night?" I'm like, "Not exactly." And he's like, "Why not?" And I'm like, "Goodness gracious, brother."
Bros
Was he a
harass.
Mormon?
Yeah, why?
That's a good question.
So hold on. I got a funny comment about Mormon. Guess where he's from?
I don't know.
Not Utah, but Idaho. Close enough. That should be the poll for tonight. How many days in a row do you think you could have sex before you got tired?
I don't know if you've
Before I
heard-
got tired,
I
day
don't know if
one.
you've heard of Kevin Gates.
Day one. I am exhausted. I am whipped. I'm tired right now just thinking about
I'm tired, boss.
It's more
Sick
emotionally
Corey.
tired. It's more emotionally tired more than anything. Goodness, you gotta like put out, and then you gotta like make sure everyone's okay afterwards, and then you have to like have a post conference afterwards, like to talk about it.
Post game presser.
You gotta make
Go
sure
away
like
out there tonight, you know.
everyone's satisfied, and what do we gotta do better next time? You know, what can we do?
Sick Corey is just like Corey 20 years from now. He's like, I'm already tired, man.
I'm
I
tired.
can't survive this world.
Corey ever not?
Well,
been
you know,
sick?
we played good defense out there last night, and you know, we really took it home. We tried our best, but you know, we're still tired.
That's-
Probably my comment would be along the lines of, you know, we were blowing them out in the third quarter, but we made a wrong move, and We let him back in the game.
Oh, went and saw the Tigers play last night.
I saw that. I was wondering, like, we got like your picture or whatever, and I was like,
Yeah,
where
we,
is this guy? And then I saw your story on Instagram.
We
and I was
won
like,
6-2,
I saw.
and I didn't realize, but one of our players, his last name is Torkelson.
Yeah.
And so there was a guy in front of us
All time.
with a jersey that just said "Torque" with like 5 exclamation points. And
Yes.
every single time he went up to bat, the guy would be like, "All right, on 3, 1, 2, 3, torque, 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 torque." He was talking about my disc.
Yeah, baby.
Really excited.
Did you pull out your phone and be like, yo, check this out?
I should have.
You just
I
had
was
a
afraid
point
to
with
talk to him,
and
dude.
threw
He
it
was
in.
freaky. I think he was on something.
I like Comerica Park. When I brought my brother there, we went to one game and then I left the next day, and I like that ballpark.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. It is nice.
I didn't realize, but they do like this crazy light show every time there's a home run.
Oh, yeah?
They'll like turn off the actual like park lights,
Yeah.
and then underneath they have like blue and orange LEDs that like freaking go crazy.
That's cool. That's something that the baseball stadiums are doing nowadays for like pitchers coming into the game and stuff like that.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
It's like big now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're making it hype, dude. They're adding a little clout.
Unlike disc golf.
Unlike disc golf. What happened? We had the Jedi guy. Doesn't he count for something? The Jedi spotter.
Yep. That's
Right.
exactly. Yep.
You got to give a little respect for that. Should I buy a tech disc? Yes or no?
Absolutely.
No.
Bro, I
Not
put
the
on one of
move.
my
Yeah,
friend's
you only
squash
have-
bags last weekend, by the way, and bro, it is so.
If
Oh,
you
yeah.
get if you
Joe,
get
wait, you
fully
got one?
hired,
No, I put on one of my friends.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
if you get fully hired by IBM and you're not an intern, then you should buy the tech disc.
Yeah.
I'm fully hired by IBM. I'm not an intern. I'm paid Sunday or Saturday. I'm not saying buy it Saturday, but I'm saying should I buy one in the immediate or near future?
Absolutely.
Taylor's just like, go for it.
You know how
Yeah,
much
Taylor-
fun you could
Taylor-
have with a tech disc? You could throw it.
The data that I could
That sounds so fun.
the data I could do on
The
average
spreadsheets you
nose
could
up and
cook
nose
up
up.
with that thing,
Holy
dude.
moly! I actually could go crazy with the spreadsheets.
Matt, can I talk crap about you for a second?
Yeah, man.
The amount of times that you've thrown a driver and immediately already diagnosed that it was nose up and half speed
I
and
was
power is
literally
lost
just gonna say,
and tripped
bro,
on a rock and slipped on gravel
now
and
you can
I
throw
fell
it and
down.
immediately say
Now-
that's nose up and then pull out your phone and be like, yep, that was nose
And
up,
no,
bro.
it is. 'Cause I gotta fix that nose up. That's my thing. I asked some guy that I know who has one. I was like, "Hey, was this helpful?" And he goes, "I could fix my nose up issue, but that's it." And I was like, "Dude, if I fix my nose up issue, I think I'd be pretty
Be a world
chilling
champion.
right now." I would be a good I would have a good 350 in me if I fixed my nose up issue.
We should send
really-
this thing.
all right.
Wait, can I get a water?
Can I get a
Okay, so you hop on right on time, and then you
pickle?
13 minutes later say, "Can I get a water?"
Bro, let me
Go,
grab-
go.
Oh, I had it down.
Go
get a
You guys
water.
wanna do
Go get a
FPO or
water.
FPO first? FPO,
Go.
right?
FPO.
Alright, then. Yeah, I got this shit.
Hurry up.
I'm gonna put it on the street. I gotta put it on.
We have a swear jar. Don't worry. You owe like $25.75.
Fuck.
we literally only have the 4 of us watching now.
Let's go.
Does every one of us have it up on our computer?
Well, yeah, that's how I read the comments.
Yeah.
But I think it's funny because we had 7 and then Taylor started cussing and now.
Oh man.
If only they knew I had just Kevin Gates layer. But nobody can hear it but me. Corey knows,
Gang,
bro. Corey's
gang.
been in my street. Knows how it goes.
Gang gang. So how many votes do the chat get if no one's in it?
1. Matt gets to.
Dude,
I'm
Alright,
also
chat.
waiting for the day that I put this in bots.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Can I like go like this? All right, a little better. Thanks, pal.
I have a feeling that a lot of these are going to be.
Yeah.
Wait, I forgot it. Trucker, dude. Okay.
Hmm.
Holy crap. $100.
Hmm.
Oops.
Huh? There's Waterboy.
Bobby.
Bobby Boucher.
Mama says.
Bobby Boucher.
Howdy, yo.
Oh, can you guys hear my fan? Should I turn it off?
It's really not that loud.
I thought that was your wife laughing.
That was.
I heard. Oh, okay. I thought you had a really weird sounding fan. Then.
Kind of calm me.
Yeah.
Like, you
Every time it turns around, it goes.
guys ever put on white noise?
Oh yeah, every night.
No, I just have Haley punch me in the face. It's calming.
Yeah.
It makes me feel like I'm right at home when my dad used to do it.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the good old days.
Haley, can you be Papa tonight?
100 or nothing. 100 or nothing.
Wait, you guys want to tell me if this video is real or not?
Gambling?
I'm gonna Send it.
You alcoholic.
Oh, you're talking to him.
I was like, what the frick did I do?
That is just
Is it? I can't tell if it's loading.
What video?
It's slowly loading. You have to give it a minute. I'll wait to let it go through. I'm pretty confident it's not.
But it might be the most scary video I've ever watched. Let me see if I can fix my Wi-Fi.
I have a funny thing to say. On Sunday, I was out and about at the mall, and I had two people come up to me and go, "Hey, good luck this weekend." And I was like, "Oh, thanks." I was like, "For
What am
what
I
exactly?"
doing?
I was like, "For what exactly?" And they're like, "Oh, at the Creators Cup at Eastlake." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, thanks, man, appreciate it." So they thought I was Tyler from Dude Perfect, because Tyler was playing in the Creators Cup at Eastlake today.
That is awesome. I was about to make the joke that it was
Tyler from Dude Perfect.
And then the second
Only
time it
found out it
happened, the
was.
second time it happened was like, I was with a buddy of mine. He was like, "Listen, no offense, but if they really think Tyler gained like 60 pounds, like they got a problem."
Well,
Tyler-
they probably only see his face, and then
Yeah.
like
I was like, I'm a little heavier than that guy, I think.
No, you got it.
I like going up to people and being like, "Can I get a picture with you?" And like most of the time they say, "Yeah," and then like,
It's just weird with 10-year-old girls, though, Corey.
not really. I'm like, "You look like Hannah Montana. Let me get a picture."
Finally, it came through, Matt. Goodness.
Sorry. Just tell me if that's real. I screen recorded it because some of my buddies don't have TikTok, and nowadays you have to do that. Tell me if that's a. Tell me if that doesn't scare you a little bit. Why is he looking like that?
No, that's fake.
Dude, I have the most visceral like image in my head of when I was in a car accident the moment before impact, and that video just sets something off in my body where he's like going towards the McDonald's and then he gasses it right before he gets there, and I'm like, holy crap.
I think it's funny that you screen recorded that while Tyler was sending his disc doll.
Clutch.
Yeah, I was screen recorded that earlier today. I was like,
Nice.
I hope no one's confused what disc doll is.
All right, we should probably start because.
I agree. Wait, let me turn this thing off so there's no chance it's coming through.
All right. Full disclaimer: I didn't watch Worlds. Yeah.
Full disclaimer, I think it's time to kick Corey out of the group.
And
I've been waiting.
Thanks, Noah.
Wait, I want to.
Yeah.
dude, the amount of clout we'd get if we like kicked out and were super dramatic to each other. Holy moly.
0. The answer is 0.
107. Doesn't matter.
There'd be one guy named Scott that'd be like, "Aw," and that's it.
No. You talk about like, here's what Corey was doing behind the scenes. It doesn't matter if no one knows what we are or what we do. You get clicks out of that because random
You
people
went
are
to Charlotte,
watching the
Corey,
drama.
kept farting.
I got one thing to do, and I'll be right back.
Oh my God.
When we went to Charlotte, Corey was insisted on sleeping in the bed next to me. It's like, it's just weird. I love Stinker from KT.
Stink.
As our description of the Christian Tatar thing there.
She did throw up a stinker. That's unfortunate. It really is unfortunate.
Taylor, is somehow working online just the most tiring thing you've ever done for no reason?
Sometimes.
Like this,
Like
I
these
used
past
to
2
work-
weeks, I've been so mentally just fucking.
yeah. It's in like I didn't even understand. Like I used to work on the docks, whatever,
12 hours a day, just literally dragging boats by hand through the water around. And I was like, I'm pretty tired. And then like one day of this, just sitting, watching the most boring thing I've ever heard in my entire life for
The
9
training
hours. And then
videos
just
will
I'm going to be the old person and say, you just didn't work for like a good couple months, so get over it.
No, you're right. You're right. That could also
you
be
went
the
from
case.
you went from summer vacation to watching videos. Oh no.
You're not wrong. That could be it. It's just weird. It's
Scotty's here, baby.
like, Scott is here. It's like
Hey,
more
okay,
interaction.
Does anybody
than
else
I
have one?
freaked out.
No.
Corey, you got one more thing?
No.
I would love to have whatever Tyler is snacking on right now.
Peanut butter M&M.
Oh
No. My lava lamp straight up looks like cotton candy.
It does.
Ooh la la.
That's a good sign.
Okay.
Howdy, y'all. Welcome to episode 41 of Unfinished Business. I am Taylor, joined as always by Matt, Tyler, and Corey, and I guarantee you it is a huge shock what we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about the Disc Golf World Championship. Happened this
The
past
what?
weekend. Incredible. I know, shocking to everybody. But I'm going to throw everybody off. With 2 minutes or less, everybody go around the horn. Tell me just how you're doing. What you been up to lately? It's been a while.
I'm good. I played disc golf Friday and Sunday. And first time I've gone out to play disc golf in a while. So we had like beautiful weather. It was perfect. It was great. I threw the disc really well. And no surprise, I've already changed my putters, and I've got Lunas back in the bag, actually.
Let's go.
What plastic Lunas are you putting with, Tyler?
Rubber blend.
Rubber blend. Okay, cool. Same deal. Good new job. So a little less disc golf than I'm used to.
All right,
disc
Corey,
golf
what are you
is
doing?
Real good.
Oh my
No, I'm
God.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Matt's a big boy. He's got a job now.
Matt, did you get new putters yet or no?
No, but I actually do need to get new putters. I think I just need brand new pures. It's like they just don't fade at like 60 footers, and I'm always aiming the right side and like expecting them to fade in. So, that's bad. But hey, Corey gave me some forehand tips like 2 weeks ago, and then Overthrow did a video on forehand, and my forehand went from really bad to just as far, if not farther than my backhand. So, I don't know how that happened, but
I don't even
Big ups to
remember
Cole.
giving you tips, so that's good.
yeah, you gave me like 2 or 3 things. We talked about it over text. So.
Oh, that's
Corey
crazy.
is so
Um,
famous, man. Doesn't even.
I played Sunday, two different courses because we got 2 9-holes that are like a mile apart from each other. So that was fun. I got to hang out with some boys that I don't often get to play with because it's strictly Sundays for them.
The boys.
And I didn't watch Worlds. So
Let's go.
yeah.
Yeah, I went home and visited some family this past weekend, so I did not play any disc golf, but I did play golf. First time.
I saw
in
that.
almost 2
Heyo.
of the day. That was fun.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I had a great time.
That's cool.
I suck, but I had a great time. Also, even just the
All
difference
matters.
in humidity, almost Florida to Tennessee was like so much cool.
Jeez.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Florida's got to be
Yeah,
the
that
worst
sounds-
place ever.
Yeah.
Sounds terrible.
Random tidbit, Tyler. My drives are still so far,
You piping it, huh?
and I don't know what's going on, but it's awesome. The rest of my game, not even. Nope.
Dude, all that mattered. Chicks dig the long ball, man. That's all you got to remember.
Dudes love the long ball.
That's what I'm
That
saying.
is true.
all my buddies are like, "Can you hit a driver again?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah. You know what? All right. Side note, and then let's get rolling. Koreans love watching you hit a long ball for some reason. I don't know why.
It's because
But
of
when-
Taiga. He's from Japan. He's
Yeah.
for the people.
I'm not
I
even
go,
being like,
Make it nasty.
like, I'm not even like saying anything that's like rude. I'm being honest. Like, we have a ton of Koreans that play golf out here, and they're the only people where like if I hit the ball over the net at the range, they'll be like, "Oh, hit it again," and I'll hit like they're like, "Oh, do it again, do it again." It's like, how many times you want to watch me to do this? But they love it, dude.
If they can't, then they want to see someone do it.
I love Tom.
Yeah.
Nice shot. Good shot.
Hey, tell me about that Worlds that went down this weekend, Taylor.
Yeah, so we're gonna do something a little bit different. We're try out some new stuff. So me and Tyler put together a list of the top 8 storylines in our opinion, FPO and MPO. I subjectively seeded those, and we've got a little bit of a bracket pulled up. So if you guys either want to pull up the stream or the links that I sent, we've got a bracket again with these top 8 storylines seeded. We're gonna start out in FPO, and we'll just start in round 1 here. The number 1 seed versus the number 8 seed. Evelina winning the world championship, taking it down in FPO with 59% circle 1X putting and 0% circle 2 putting versus just the storyline in general. I feel like of the past couple of years of European FPO just dominant. Kristen and Evelina have won almost all the majors in the past couple of years. Doesn't seem like there's much of a fight put up from any American company. So that is what we have for our first matchup. Who's got thoughts and opinions?
Quick thing. Man, I don't even remember now. But the second thing is, yeah, the European dominance is a real thing. Like, I don't know if an American's ever going to win again. Holland Hanley, it feels like, is our only hope. But she's kind of like when the Cowboys get into the playoffs, they choke. So she cannot handle the last day. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Crazy thing about Evelina is that, yeah, she did putt 60% in circle 1, but she decided to throw at the koozie on 18, and it almost caught edge
Terrifying.
and rolled down the hill. All she really legitimately had to do was throw it 5 feet left or right of the basket, and that would have been fine. But instead, she throws it at the basket, hits the koozie, and you could see the fear on her face. Like, oh my gosh, is that going to stand up? and then we would have had ourselves a real match. That would have been a real storyline.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
Corey
It's
was wild.
It's a bad clip, Corey. It really does make you like. It's just the most. It's the most am expression you'll ever see on a pro's face.
Yeah.
Where that's the biggest fear on every am's mind.
Yeah.
As far as this goes, me and Tyler were talking about this earlier in the Discord. Because Brody really dislikes that Evelina won with a 59%. I think this is you can't really be mad at Evelina for being unable to putt when she's so good at driving, but you can be mad at the rest of the field that someone who is so bad at putting can still win your division because they're so good.
Yeah.
But I think we have to we can't not give Evelina props because she did take a W and she played so well her throwing that she didn't have to worry about that putting stuff. So that's my opinion.
I mean, absolutely insane just driving by Evelina. I think it was 41 strokes gain tee to green.
Crazy.
Which is insane. My issue, and it's not really an issue, and I don't want it to seem like I'm taking anything away from Evelina because Matt, your point is I 100% agree with. If we want to be mad at someone for winning because they can't putt, it is the field's fault for not, making someone that can't make a 15-footer not be the leader, much like card. The tough part for me is just the optics of again, I was home with family this weekend, turned on just on the TV because it was going on. So my mom, my brother, everybody's kind of in the room just talking as it's on. And then you look up every now and then and Evelina's literally missing the basket by 10 feet on a putt that's 15 feet away. And it's everyone in that room was watching. I could genuinely, I've never played disc golf and that's the tough part. Obviously world's pressure is different. The pressure of the moment is way different, but Evelina's been doing that for. So I think the worst part is the optics of it. But again, we have an issue with it. The issue's with the field. I don't know how
she's like one. I don't know how to say this. One,
World's
unfocused
down.
No, she should have all the majors right now. If we don't remember, she was 7 strokes up, I think is what it was, or 9 strokes up, or whatever at
a big lead.
European Open. So, I mean, she should have all the majors, that would be a crazy storyline if year 1 we got Kristen and then Evelina does it. It could happen. So, anyways, go ahead.
I will say there's something very kind of badass about someone who can't putt.
Yeah.
And is
100%
winning. And it's all you have to do is be able to putt better than me and you can take this, but no one could take it from her.
Yeah.
I think eventually too, that just makes it has to take pressure off Evelina. You literally cannot make a putt inside still winning. That has to mentally at some point be click for her and be okay, I'm not even worried. What's going to happen if I miss this putt? I miss him.
I mean, imagine somebody was hitting the golf ball in the PGA Tour so well, so they were hitting it to 5 feet every single time, and if they hit it outside 5 feet, they were never making the putt. That's the equivalency of what happened, pretty much. So, all right, are we voting?
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just say real quick too. I don't know how sold I am as far as the European FPO dominance goes. Obviously, the past couple of years has trended that way, but I think we're quick as disc golfers to have a lot bias, and obviously Holland just needs to learn to fall apart final round. I do think they're good. There's talent in America. With that said, I'll go ahead and cast my vote that Evelina.
I will agree. Evelina is the bigger storyline of these two.
I'm also voting that, but I definitely read that as evil wins.
Maybe it does. Maybe it
wow,
does.
that was an evil win with 59%.
Maybe I should have went first because I actually think European FPO dominance is a bigger deal. I mean, they have the last 8 majors or 7. They have the last 7 majors. So
they have half of Page's major altogether.
Well, European dominance in the last 2 years of all the majors. I mean, that's pretty impressive. I mean,
It just says European FPO dominance.
yeah,
It doesn't say the last. I'm just saying
that what?
that's literally what Taylor said. Recency bias. Like
Also
Paige
said
has
Yeah,
twice
that's
as
true.
many as.
I'm saying like there is a European the European dominance right now is a bigger deal than Evelina winning because of Evelina is part of the European dominance. Because first it was Kristen, now it's Evelina. So
Okay,
that
it's
I
your
mean
vote. It's your vote. It's
I
cool.
know it is. Gosh dang it, this is America.
It's
Yeah,
true.
well.
He has his right to vote.
Apparently not. It's
Hey,
European.
all of a sudden, I was gonna say, all of a sudden, his hate on European makes sense when he makes that comment.
I know. Gosh darn it, this is America. Why are they all winning?
All right, we'll move down to the next matchup. This I put very eloquently. Yes, Missy did just. I think that was the 7 of the last 8 is going to
Yeah.
Missy. I put this very eloquently as a stinker from KT. Kristen Tatar did not play well at all, and still I think ended up in 3rd. So maybe something about that. But that's going up against. We'll talk more about specifically Ivy Hill course design. That'll come up in both FPO and MPO. But just in general, should FPO course design be a little more lax for current state of division? It seemed like there was. It's hard to watch because it's not good golf. I'll say it that much. Like I don't watch a ton of FPO, and the FPO I did watch of World, it's hard to watch everyone going out of bounds all the time, missing putts. Like it's exciting for the wrong reason in my mind. But again, I'll leave that up to you guys. Who got thoughts and opinions?
Yeah, just one comment about the course design. For me, I kind of just want to see Worlds be a little bit so like anybody could win it. I know distance is a skill, but if you shorten a hole, that might mean that person's throwing a driver and Holland's throwing either a putter in a mid range, which still gives her the advantage, in my opinion. So I think distance could help with FPO at Worlds. I want to see some higher scores from FPO. Like I want to see like, hey, if you can execute the shot, not hey, if you on a Women of Prayer make this shot because of the difficulty, then you might get rewarded. So that was my suggestion on that, and that's my 2 cents.
Okay, so my question is, what would you consider the average MPO score for a tournament, like for one round?
The average,
Yeah.
we could say 4 or 5 down.
Okay, so 5 down. How often is FPO doing that?
I don't know. To be honest.
Exactly. We need courses that actually give them
Yeah.
a run at being like on average the entire field is below par.
And I'm with you on that.
So my vote is for course design. I don't really care that Kristen had a stinker. I mean, it's the same. I mean, look at Paul Macbeth. Everyone's like, "Oh my God, yeah," but he's about to like people are gonna act the way they want to.
That was blown out of proportion, but that we'll wait till we get the MPO. We got.
What do you mean?
I'm just saying when we get the MPO, I think that might be one of the things we talk about as well.
No. I'm saying like in general, like yes, Kristen had like a bad
Oh, I know what you're saying. Okay.
Worlds, but
Yeah.
like so does Paul, and everyone's still like, oh, dude, Paul's not dead. He's gonna come back. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, well, Kristen could literally show up next week and play D-Glow out of her mind. It doesn't mean that we're like she just had a bad round.
I know
Or
a lot of
bad
people
group of rounds.
made her like the odds on like way favorite to win Worlds, and deep down inside I didn't feel that way before Worlds happened. Now it's hindsight is 2020 now that it's over and she didn't win it, but I really didn't feel like she was like really the favorite because she just got married, and that's a big deal, and you put all your time and energy into that because that is like a once in a lifetime thing. You'll play another Worlds
Twice if you're
So-
lucky. That's what they say.
dang.
So
I don't know if that's true or not, but yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go with Corey. I think the bigger deal here for me is course design we need to talk about what is the best for FPO.
I'll design it. I'll do it all.
Yeah,
on.
I think it's less for me. I think the surprise for me for Kristen is more that it's Worlds and that she was the far and away favorite, I think. But also, I mean, you're right, Corey, that she can go next or in the next week and like absolutely dominate Deep Glow, but that in comparison to what she would want to perform at Worlds is way different. The importance that Worlds has. So I think it was more surprising that one, it wasn't like one specific thing. Like she was throwing OB, she was missing putts, like her entire game was off this week, which was surprising. But also that she never really rallied back. I mean, we've seen her have terrible rounds before, and she's kind of always inevitable, since like she will always be in at a tournament. So it was just surprising to never see that. It was surprising to never see her bounce back at all, which honestly may play in more to the course design. Courses. That said, if you watch the final, nobody really wanted to win. But for me,
What did she end up placing?
Third.
She's placed third.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah, she's washed.
yeah, she's terrible.
I don't think anyone's saying she's washed, but like she shot 1 over round 1, was 11 strokes back, and to me, like that's why I put it on our Instagram. I was like, is she done? Or
I understand that, but what did you shoot at New London? Just curious.
listen,
Also, not
We
the
didn't-
best
no
female
practice
professional
round.
disc golf player in the world.
Yeah, but that course is really hard. Like,
But Holland shot
Holland's
10
not-
under,
Yeah, what?
and Kristen
I
is the
think when
number
you
1 player
see
with
the-
the world and the number 1 rated player in the world. So
yeah.
Yeah.
no one
I think-
expected 1 over. Everyone expected at least something within 4 or 5 under.
Yeah.
But was she practicing or was she at her wedding?
That's what I'm
That's what
saying.
we're
Like,
saying.
she got there late,
I-
and that's what happened. Like she was. I
Yeah.
said she was more focused on that, in my opinion. She knows there's going to be plenty of worlds in the future, so I don't think her mind was totally there. And to be honest with you, if you see her post like today or whatever, she's already moved on to like advertising like her new partnership that she has in Estonia. So
Yeah.
you know. Anyways,
She's-
we got
she's
a long
going
ways to
crazy
go,
on
so we might want to.
Yeah, we can pick it up. I'm gonna also say the FPO course design. I think Kristen's fine.
Corey swayed him. Wow.
Well, I'm not going to tell you my vote then because it doesn't matter.
I think you just like using the word stinker.
I do it.
That's a good word, man.
All right, moving on. We got more course design talk here. We've got the course design of Ivy Hill. This is our 2 seed. This has been the theme of Worlds, in my opinion. Outside of the competition, everyone is just talking about Hill. And also, right now, I think just the storyline of FPO seems more for the taking right now than ever before. Like, again, it's been a very Kristen dominant era, but we've got people popping up. Holland looks great until the final round consistently. Evelina has won, should have won all of the majors this year. So it's getting more competitive in FPO. So I think more just parity in FPO. 7 seed storyline.
Right. Cat Merch has gotten in the top 3 the last 3 worlds too.
Yeah, no shit.
Crazy. Yeah.
I was gonna say Cat Merch is probably the most dangerous, but it's more or less because she's dating Nico, and that's kind of scary.
Shout out to
Well,
yeah, absolutely.
well, she had every opportunity to kind of go out and push Evelina as well, but then she decided to stop playing disc golf the last 4 holes.
Yeah.
She bogeyed, I think, out to end it, and then I don't know. Her emotions are really weird the entire tournament. Very nonchalant. I mean, she was saying on the 18th hole of round 2, like, all I can think about is food right now. It's like, you finish your round first.
It's because she has like an old lady haircut now, so she
Yeah.
doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
So, I don't really have any other comments to make. I think my vote is going to be Ivy Hill course design, but I do think it's intriguing to think about who is the most dangerous FPO player at this moment, because there's a lot going on with a lot of different players right now.
I mean, I'll just lay my opinion out there. There's 2 men in this country that I believe power. I won't tell you the first one, but the second one's Nate Heinold. I think that if you're talking about who fundraises for a tournament, who TDs, who turns an insurance company into a profitable disc golf business the best, sure, put Nate Heinold up there. He is not a great course. Ivy Hill is a beautiful property. I ran into multiple times watching Worlds, pan to a shot that's going to a fairway, has stakes all over it. I have no idea until the commentators tell me if that's OB or it's not OB. I don't know which side of the stakes it. This has been a problem.
That's why we need those advertisement banners.
Why we need Mo. But no,
Or different color stakes.
Stones. Yeah, so I don't understand the credibility that Nate Heinold has to be designing championship course over some of the other incredible courses. So the Ivy Hill course design in general is a
Quick thing, do you think Nate Heinold rivals UC, and so he's always thinking, I got to design a better course than UC?
Maybe so. Maybe that's just the internal rivalry.
Am I clear, or has Nate said like multiple times that he doesn't think he's that good of a course designer?
I don't know.
Like,
I mean, he said he got a lot of feedback from Paul. Like, he threw Paul underneath the bus in his interview before.
Oh yeah.
But
Disc Golf World did a video about this week and said they're like, hey, here's like three times that Nate Heinold had said, hey, I'm not that good of a course designer. But yeah, I would absolutely say the bigger thing here is course design. Having like how long they've had this course open and having events on it. They've had like 2 or 3 different events on this thing where you can look and say like, oh, that's not a good look. Like, we'll talk about an MPO, but like hole 14 is not a good look. We should change that. Like, it wasn't like they threw it together in like 3 weeks. It's been there for like over a year. Yeah. So it's kind of weird that there wasn't some more details on that kind of stuff. So.
I didn't hear too many FPO players complaining about the course in general. It was just a select couple holes. And it's a darn shame that hole 17, we saw everybody lay up until the last day.
Yeah. You also got to think, like, if he did take advice from Paul, have you ever had a boss ask you to critique them? Because if I was in Paul's shoes, I'd be like, yeah, dude, it looks great.
It's so sick, maybe sickest course.
Yeah, maybe change that a little bit, but no, you're on the right track because you don't want to get screamed at. So
yeah. But I mean, that's what I'm kind of alluding to was like he threw Paul underneath the bus. He was like, yeah, we consulted with Paul and some other players. And so like he was quick to throw that out there.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that was he was trying to get validation by saying that. So,
okay.
All right, Matt and Taylor, what did you vote for?
I voted for
course design.
Ivy Hill, yeah.
Yep.
Put it in there.
I don't really care for either topic, honestly, but I'll go course design.
Corey says they're both bad.
Interesting.
Well, honestly, I don't like. Okay, hole 14, it's crazy steep. There's a crazy roll away. I don't care. You're professional.
I will say, like, I was gonna wait till we got the MPO to, I'll just wait till we get the MPO. Yes,
there it is,
and then I'll come back to it.
All right, final matchup here in the first round. We got the 3 and the 6. Again, I alluded to it earlier. Another final round choke from Holland. They have put this stat up in like every final round on the broadcast, like how far under her rating her final rounds typically rate. I think it's like 30 points or something ridiculous.
Pretty bad.
Is bad. She just cannot keep it together for a final round. Versus will Paige ever? I should have put ever. Become a 6-time world champion.
I'm gonna give my quick and easy answer is Holland choking.
Holland choking. I absolutely agree with that.
Yep, me too. And it's mainly because I'm already past the whole Paige being amazing. Like she's
Corey's
just an
already
average.
forgotten Paige as a player.
In my exact words, I think I put Paige Dunzo forever. Something like that.
I wouldn't say forever. She'll
Paige
win.
is coming back and win another major at some point, but I don't think she'll.
I don't think it'll be a 6-timer. No,
I'm saying that's not the storyline. It's not like
no,
yeah, like, oh my
the
God,
much
where's
bigger
Paige?
storyline. I'll agree is, I mean, it was Holland's tournament to lose and she lost it.
Yeah,
and she does that quite often. So that is definitely the biggest storyline. in my opinion. So we'll go back up to the semifinals. A little upset, 4 and 5 here, but we've got Evelina winning with the putting percentage that she had versus the training storyline of should FPO course design be easier.
Matt, you should go first.
Yeah, Matt.
I think the greater discussion is should FBO course design be easier in my head. I think we saw that because the current course in Evelina's case is she was so good that she was out throwing the course that existed and not a lot of other people could do that. So that's my vote.
I think these correlate like 1-to-1 with each other.
Yeah, I
Like
think they're really
Evelina
closely related.
Evelina won without putting, which is why the FPO course design needs to be easier. So I'm going to go with course design.
I'm going to go with Evelina. I think that's a bigger topic of discussion is she still stinks at putting, but because she threw the disc so well, she won Worlds. I think that's crazy to think about.
Yeah, I'm also going to
Is
go
it-
with Evelina myself, mainly because of what it says
Scott's
about
a
the division.
tiebreaker.
Yeah, so really less about even Evelina in that performance. One, because it's just so wild optically to watch her putting that event and say like this is the world champion based on that, and then two, just what
Yeah.
that says about the division is insane. So yeah, we got a tie, and we did say earlier we were joking about this that chat would get a vote. So
Is Scott still in there?
Scott, if Scott's still here, we'll give him a minute. He is the tiebreaker. Otherwise, we can you can just fight it out and try to change Matt's mind because I know we're not going to change Corey's mind.
Well, let's go to the other topic and see if Scott says something, and then if not, we'll hop
Yeah,
back
perfect,
over.
perfect.
Makes
All right, we'll
perfect
go
sense.
down to another course design one, but Ivy Hill course design overall versus the final round choke from Holland.
Matt, go first.
Oh, he went with course design.
Oh,
the
course
upset,
design.
The upset.
Wow. Are we going to have two course designs?
Could be.
I hope not.
I'm going to say another final round choke from Holland. She is so good at throwing the disc and seems consistent in all these things, and then just acts like she throws up everything she ate for the last 2 weeks on hole one's tee pad, and then makes like the decisions that are just terrible.
Well, it's funny that some people have been talking about like her putting and stuff like that. I'm like, dude, she fixed that like months ago. Like that's not been an issue since like the second month of disc golf, which would have been like end of March, beginning of April. Her biggest issue, if you really watch her, and same thing last year, is her forehand upshot. Like she'll leak it right, and she'll like she doesn't commit to it, and that's her problem. And she did 2 OBs. I think a couple times she did that. 27 OBs the entire tournament, and whatever it was, 12 OBs the last round. Absolutely, it's got to be the biggest storyline is Holland choking on the last round. It looks like she was in pretty good control of what she was doing until the last day.
Yeah, I gotta agree. Again, exactly what you just said, Tyler. I was gonna bring up. I don't remember what hole it was on, but it was early in the round. Holland had like a routine 100-foot forehand upshot.
So bad.
Had so much room to the left, like just had to get around a tree and threw it like 40 feet early, like 60 feet in the air, just straight into a tree, and it rolled back. I mean, the net distance she got was probably 20 feet on the shot because it hit the tree and like rolled back towards her. It was just like, what are we doing here? So yeah, again, because Holland has so much promise and she has so much talent and can be that rival to the European FPO players, I also got to vote for Holland.
I want to say a quick comment though. I think that's what made Paige Pierce so great for a long time is that like she knew she could only do this shot and that's what she was really good at, and so she would choose that every single time in these world events. I think Holland has too many shots to choose from, and so she's like the shot
Decision
calls
fatigue almost.
for me. Yeah, the shot calls for me to do this. I should do that. When really she needs to find something in her game that like upshot wise where like she knows she can. Jeez, I do that every time. Where she knows she can throw the good upshot. Like for me, like if there's an availability to throw a forehand upshot, even if I gotta like chop one over to get it around something instead of throwing a backhand, I'm gonna do that because that's what's more comfortable to me. So she's got to find like these shots that are staples for her.
I think it's safe to say I would also go with the little forehand upshot.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a star frame for the Holland pick. I think she's too much of an athlete. It sounds weird.
Yeah.
But compared to a lot of people who they find their like niche in disc golf and they stick to it, Isaac has the forehand turnover. Like he's very touchy with the forehand. Marweed is all backhand. Marweed is all forehand. Like that's exclusively what he's good at. Yeah. I think she thinks like, oh, I need to be good at everything. So she's doing the jack of all trades thing, but none of them are actually like to the percentage of you can trust every single one of these.
Yeah. Yep, definitely. And that's why I was kind of alluding to in our group chat about like, you know, her caddy's her boyfriend. Like, does she legit need a new caddy or does she need to start seeing a sports psychologist? Which I actually think she does see one. I think I heard her say that months ago, but something's got to get worked out, man, because she's too good to do something like that again. So, all right, who we got in the finals, Taylor?
Finals, we got FPO course design as a whole. Should it be easier? And then what we just been talking about, another final round choke from Holland. I can go ahead and I'll go right into it. In my opinion, Holland is the bigger storyline, just because FPO course design has been and will always be a topic that's kind of talked about and needs work. Like we know this is an area we need to improve in, but just week in and week out, I feel like we see Holland as just this shining star of like this is talent in FPO, like what FPO could be, and she just is that one final round away, and it's just you can tell it's a mental block, and just that her figuring that out or not is going to define the next few years of FPO to me. So like that is a huge storyline.
Nailed it. I'm going Holland choking as well. Absolutely the biggest storyline to come out of FPO.
I think I'll agree.
It already won, so I'm going with course design.
Love it.
Hooray.
Yay. 3-1. No, not a whitewash.
All right, so there is the FPO storylines. If you are not a live viewer, you should be a live viewer. But if not, let us know down below if you agree, what you would have voted for, and we will move on to MPO. It's funny how this seeding worked out. So we've got some matchups centered around Isaac for the number one spot. I feel like number one was an easy call. Isaac being a back-to-back world champion, joining a very short list of folks to do that. Two is the future of Prodigy. How Isaac has a lot of control now, whether he stays or comes back to Prodigy in a contract year of the optics of that company moving forward. The second matchup is a couple of guys that really need a major. One is Rick, who has not won in 7 years. Again, lost another chance here. And then Calvin, who has not won a major. Best player in the world in MPO to have never won a major and continues to be so. Again, we've got Ivy Hill course design taking on surprises near the top. So I feel like there were some surprising players that made their way to the top of the leaderboard at Worlds, and notably, Sullivan Tipton, Luke Taylor, Nicholas Antela, Eagle was up there. A lot of guys that really, I don't think got a lot of props or press moving into the tournament, but really had a good performance. And then number 4, again, we got a stinker from Gannon. Again, a stinker for Gannon is like 7th place, I think he ended up in, but just did not have the worlds I think he was hoping for. And then will Paul win this season at all? Again, Paul was very hyped coming into this event, designed New London. That was very hyped up and in my opinion overblown, but we'll get into that. Just the topic of, can he extend his streak of winning an Elite Series or Major for however many years he's done it? So back to the top, we're going to talk about Isaac for a little bit in this matchup of Isaac being the back-to-back world champion or the future of Prodigy Discs.
I did not see Isaac going back-to-back. I know they alluded to it on Tour Life last week before the tournament that Gannon said that Isaac was going to win. I don't understand how he's back-to-back world champion. It doesn't make any sense to me. Honestly, I'm not good for him. Congratulations, but it doesn't feel like he's worthy of it, but he is. Like, that's just how it is.
Brooks Koepka.
Yeah, I know. Good point. There
are certain people that only want the big one, the big fish.
Yeah. And then also the future Prodigy, I think that's actually like a huge storyline. So I think they got robbed being put against back-to-back with Isaac, but I do understand why it's at the 8th seed. So those are my comments about those two things.
I think I'm gonna agree with Tyler here. I think the Isaac back-to-back, I like the comment I saw that everyone was reposting of me watching Isaac at every event asking, how is this guy our world champion? Me watching Isaac at Worlds asking, how is this guy not winning every event around? Maybe Isaac doesn't care otherwise or something like that, but
Mental
I think
capacity.
maybe who knows? More importantly in my head is, the future prodigy. Ezra's had a really good year. I don't know how long Ezra's contract's for. And Isaac has had he's now a 2-time world champion in a contract year. I think Prodigy is going to have to decide, what all are they shelling out to try and keep one or both of the brothers. And it's going to be a tough one to do.
I ain't got nothing, man.
Yeah, shout out that Facebook comment, Matt. Shout out to Dixon Jowers and On the Box with Dixon Jowers. Bring that podcast back. But yeah, I did not at all see Isaac going back to back here. I think it makes sense when you think of it at the courses, but just incredible performance by him. And yeah, just the guy shows up at the right times. Again, I think it is kind of criminal how the low seed for the future of Prodigy. If you haven't seen, Kale LaVisca actually put out kind of a novel today on, being annoyed that all the press was around, Prodigy's discs are just bad quality and yada, yada, yada. And yet they're basically producing major champions and winners that Prodigy as a smaller company in the space just can't afford to keep. It didn't make me feel great about Isaac staying with Prodigy, basically how he worded a lot of that post, but it definitely was kind of an interesting side to see. So yeah, between those two, I think Isaac is the bigger storyline. I mean, he's joining a list of Paul, Ricky, Barry Schultz, and Ken Climo as back-to-back world champions.
Crazy,
and that is
man.
a very good list to be a part of. So, I mean, just absolute GOAT Hall of Fame contenders, and he's adding his name to that list, which is incredible. So huge storyline there.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go
Minecraft
future.
Village
Of,
are top one.
I'm gonna go future of Prodigy, but
Is it because of the F9?
yes. But also because, is it just me or is Worlds not as it doesn't seem as important as it should be for the amount of rep that it gets, oh my god, you're a world champion, you're this, I just feel like it's not as hyped up as it should be.
Yeah, I feel like
It's just another tournament.
the trend of everyone getting a signature disc for everything now, I think, has ruined that a little bit. Where I was reading a post around I wonder what disc Innova is gonna I wonder what Evelina's gonna use as her world's stock stamp disc now. And I kind of forgot they did that because they put someone's name on a disc for everything. But I mean, at least I think that's a big part of the legacy, and that used to be, and I mean still is a huge deal to for Evelina to claim an Innova mold that her name will now be a part of the stamp forever. Is really cool. But I think that has kind of cheapened it in my mind. But yeah, it is interesting how I think Worlds is still incredibly important, but less important now than it.
It's
definitely has been
important, but it
before.
doesn't come off as this crazy
the Super Bowl
tournament
kind of thing. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It's not the thing that everyone's just clawing at, be oh my god, Worlds is around the corner, we need to get there, we need to do this. Just felt like another tournament for me, so I'm gonna say future Prodigy.
Quick comment on that though. In the last, we'll say since 21, what Worlds has been the most exciting for you? Where you were I have to watch this.
I couldn't even name where they were, so
Sick.
just saying.
I'm biased because I'm going to say Emporia Worlds that Paul won because Paul won.
I'm biased because I'm going to say this because I've seen and played New London, and I think that gives me a more interest in how pros are doing it. So
That's so funny because I would say the Holy Shot Worlds for me.
What year was that?
21.
21.
Okay,
that
cool. I know it happened. I've seen it 100 million times.
It's probably because that was my first pop my cherry. So
I also couldn't tell you where it was.
Utah,
Bro, put some respect on the fort.
unbelievable, dude.
Big
Hey, let's
storylines of that
let's
world.
quickly
Brody
move on.
Smith.
I'm getting sad from this already.
All right.
Corey's like, I don't care about Worlds. I don't care about pro disc golf.
No, I
about-
care
Doesn't
about
care,
Worlds.
bro.
I
No.
want it to be. I want it to be bigger.
Yeah,
I want it to be more important.
we got to go to a big city, man.
It feels like there's no gravity to Worlds. It's just a 5-day tournament, and then other tournaments I'm just as excited for.
I'm voting for Isaac back
I
to
agree.
back.
I agree, Corey. I agree. Next up, we're going to talk about a couple of guys that didn't win. Some notable names. So I guess this kind of boils down to who is it a bigger deal that they did not win this tournament? Rick going on 7 years of not winning a major, but still being a very consistent, performer in the sport, or Calvin, who has never won a major, still
Ding, ding,
looking for his
ding.
first, and will continue to be consistent and good, but not a major winner.
I'm really tired of everyone saying that it is without a doubt Calvin will win a major when it's all said and done. We keep saying that year after year after year after year. I will go on a limb and say I honestly don't know if Calvin will. I don't know. Like I've said it on the show before, Clutch Gene, but I don't think he plays good enough golf when it matters to avoid trouble. And then if it's not that, it's the putter. And that's what we've historically have seen. It's really sad. I don't want that to happen to Calvin, but I have no faith in Calvin winning a major. So for me, I think about also Rick. Rick was playing really well going into Worlds. I thought for sure Rick was going to be there. So for me, it's probably going to be majorless Calvin.
I think I agree. I think majorless Calvin, in my head, he's been so good for so long, but no major just is interesting dynamic. So I'm going majorless Calvin.
The Ricky thing cannot go unnoticed though, because that is big too.
I would say I'm gonna vote Rick. Less specifically
that's fair.
about Rick, more so. I think we're at with this transition point, right? It's been the conversation of the past couple of years of the Rick and Paul era versus the Gannon, the parody era, the new guys. I think if Rick wins another major, it kind of holds on to the Rick and Paul era for a little bit. He's kind of telling hey, the young kids, I'm still here, bro. I'm still him. I can still win. And I think that does a lot for kind of even the surrounding kind of older generation of the sport to have that to lean on. Ricky's obviously younger in that group, but is a guy that has been around, playing disc golf at Worlds for, a decade plus, which I think does a lot just for the older generation of disc golf. And because of that, and just because Calvin's newer, obviously, consistent, and it is a huge storyline that he hasn't won, but it's almost like with each major, it just gets harder and harder for Rick to overcome. As much as he wants to say he's the consistency guy, he doesn't care about just the big ones. You can tell, you could tell at European Open, you could tell at Worlds, this is weighing on him dramatically. And I think that's a huge piece.
Yeah. I don't think it's fair that you put these two storylines up against one another, Taylor.
The tournament's got to be hard for somebody.
Bummer.
I'm going Calvin because when you look at Ricky's career, he's won majors. When you look at Calvin's career,
Been a while.
and you say he's never won a major before, you go, oh my God, what?
Yeah.
Which is crazier than we can see the fire in Rick's eye. Especially when it gets hot, he
Eye of the
goes for
tiger.
it. So I have no doubt that he's going to win another major probably very soon. I don't know about Calvin.
Yeah, that's the same way I feel. But
Yeah,
I think the
I will agree
bigger
with that piece,
storyline
too,
is Calvin.
I don't
Yeah.
I don't know if it's as a shoe-in as a lot of people make it out to be that Calvin is
The
gonna
one
win a
thing I
major.
will say for Calvin is I want to know, there are certain tournaments that he just sweeps at. If there was a major at that place, is he going to suck that bad, or is he actually going to take it? I
don't
want
know.
to see if Worlds comes to where does he usually win?
Jonesboro.
Yeah, if there was a Worlds at Jonesboro, is he going to take it like the way he takes Jonesboro, or is it just going to be like?
Honestly,
oops.
Champions Cup at OTB is like Calvin's best chance at a major
Yeah,
because he does really well there, and it's gonna be
so we'll have
lame
to wait till
because
tomorrow.
The Woods major at OTB.
Yeah.
All right, but that is Calvin. We'll move on. All right, we were back to Ivy Hill course design as the number 2. Again, just a predominant storyline all week, or surprises near the top. So I'm thinking like Sullivan Tipton was relevant all week. Luke Taylor was relevant all week. Eagle was pushing at the top. Just people that I did not expect, and I think a lot of people did not expect to have their names up there. Criminal that I have not said Joey Buckets since he just imploded in the final round, but he was like one of the major players the entire week. So throw him up there as well. Tyler called it on picks too. I was gonna say we didn't even talk about.
As I said, we haven't even talked about picks, but that's all right. We can talk about that. We have to make picks, by the way, tonight for D-Glow, right?
No, we have a week.
Oh, is that next week?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's good.
So we can update the points and everything next week.
Yeah, let's do that.
But I mean, for me, it's like Eagle, and Eagle put a post out talking about how he had seen a lot of things that people had said. It put doubt in his head. And, I'm going to say this. I hate to say it, but I'm going to say it anyways. Disc golfers are soft, dude. And if like you're seeing stuff on social media and it's legitimately like making you a bad player, then you're just not worthy of winning and being a champion. That's all I'm going to say. Like that stuff should be behind you at this point, especially when he's won a European Open once or twice. So, I guess it's twice now. But anyways, Eagle at the top. I think it's really great for disc golf, man. I think it's awesome. Luke Taylor is a monster thrower off the tee. I think it's really cool. But the storyline for me has got to be Ivy Hill course design. I know a lot of people had ups and downs. It's not necessarily that it was bad, but I think the storyline is that it was talked about heavily before going into Worlds, which is not what you really want to exactly hear. Is a lot of focus on course design.
I'll piggyback off that too. I think Ivy Hill course design is the bigger storyline. Not only it wouldn't be as big of a deal to me if it was just the World's course, but knowing that is going to be the Tour Championship course next year and likely moving forward, it's not going away. Unfortunately, like this is something that we're going to talk about, for a good while, just because of that commitment already to using that course next year. Obviously, I think at every Worlds there's somebody random that pops off, whether it be the Joey Buckets, the Luke Taylors of the world. Unfortunately, they just couldn't hang on the end, which is usually the case. But awesome for those guys to have that experience. But for me, the bigger deal is the Ivy Hill course design.
Is next year just Ivy Hill? Or Ivy Hill and...
We don't even know. We really don't know.
Yeah, it's unsure.
We don't know.
Okay.
It's unsure.
The one thing I will say is that, like, before the tournament, I was in the boat of stop complaining about 14. It is what it is. It's tough. Deal with it. And then I saw, like, Proctor spit out.
And, so bad.
Oh, my goodness.
Niklas, like, Proctor's was bad, but I felt so terrible for Niklas.
Yeah.
Because that was such a good putt. Wasn't rewarded. And anyways, Isaac's almost even caught edge, and if it didn't hit that rock, could have rolled down the hill too, and he was just trying to do a simple layup. So he had a good suggestion, as in like leveling it off, like smoothing it off, and then putting some wood chips around it to kind of cushion the like the landing area. I think that's a totally good idea. So yeah, I would say idea. Well, you always have a better idea.
All right, so Ivy Hill course design it is.
I will say with that, like, once again, we've had this course run for a while. Literally, when we talked about this course, like, vaguely on one of our first episodes, I said, yeah, hole 14's weird because at the time it was covered in, like, this thick green, like, bright green plant that was like, I was like, you're going to get tripped up on that, like, low-laying stuff. I was like, they got to do something to fix that. And then I saw like everyone's practice rounds. I was like, how did you make it worse? At least the green stuff would have caught a Frisbee. and now it's just dirt and rocks. And if
Oh
you
yeah,
hit
I
a
was
rock,
again. I was with my family this weekend. I was watching Worlds with my mom, and she was like, "Somebody's gonna fall and like break an ankle on this. Like this does not look
yeah,
safe."
that's what I said last year. That was actually more of my focus last year. Was like I was like, this doesn't really look that safe. Like, how are you gonna walk up there? And they did build stairs, but it's just I don't know. We had so long to think about it. So I think it's absolutely the course design.
All right, then the last first round matchup, we've got a stinker from Ganon and just the all-encompassing, Paul designed New London. This is Paul's world. It's going to be sick to, I think we're back to again, trying to match Rick with even, extending his streak of getting a win in every season. So Ganon's performance at Worlds versus Paul not winning anything.
See, what I find funny is that Paul not winning it all this year would be a big storyline at the end of the season. Right now, it's got to be Ganon, stinker for Ganon because he was seen as the favorite going into this, so we thought. Right. And Ganon, burr, ice in his veins. Well, it doesn't look like that anymore. At least that happened at Worlds. I will say one of the things that might have derailed him mentally and just being in the zone was hole 10. Hole 10? Yeah, hole 10 and New London round 1 where the guy literally fell over as he was putting. Corey's going to have a comment on that as well, I'm sure. And so all of a sudden he missed the basket, goes to a B, and that's like a 3-stroke swing. He went from birding the hole to double bogeying the hole. So that could have been a big part early in his week. So for me, my vote is going to be Ganon stinker. Go ahead, Corey.
So I don't care for either of these takes. But I'm going to
so
pick.
Matt, what you got?
But I'm going to pick. Will Paul win this season? For the mere fact that I think it is a very large conspiracy theory that UC told Ganon to throw it so that Isaac can come to Discmania.
I love that.
Interesting.
That would be a big
because
conspiracy.
even before the tournament, everyone's talking about how Ganon straight up said Isaac's winning this, and he did.
Point.
And then UC was the first person to congratulate Isaac.
Is disc golf rigged?
It's not rigged, but
wait,
it's
why would that
definitely
be
manipulated.
Why would that be good for UC? Because now they just have to pay more money to get Isaac.
Because it's not his money anymore. It's House of Discs.
They got a boatload of money. They can certainly.
They're selling
them.
$33 generals, bro. They got
money. If UC says, if UC in a meeting says, "Hey guys, give us more money and we can go get the 2 times Worlds guy," they're gonna say, "Okay, how much?"
And they'll also say, "By the way, once we do that, we'll own all the majors." Like literally, other than Fresno, that's the only one.
Yeah,
and
also the entire vlog squad again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he wants to be around that. I mean, if Isaac isn't going to Discmania next year, I mean, UC congratulated him on 18 and said something in his ear, and Isaac smirked at him. And then last night on Tour Light, they said, "Hey, what did UC say to you?" And he's like, "I don't know. We'll have to see in the future."
Sus.
Yeah, that's
you know how you were talking about how Ganon had that awkward smile after, like he hated that he didn't. That was the face of someone getting away with murder, which was, I just threw this tournament and you guys don't realize my best friend's coming to hang out with me now. So
what Corey's talking about, so any audio listeners or anyone who doesn't know, Isaac posted a picture on his Instagram of them going to dinner, the celebratory dinner afterwards, and Ganon's smiling, but it's this like smirk smile of like, I'm really not happy about this. You can totally tell. And so that's what Corey's alluding to.
And for those jokes and Matt being racist, join our Discord. It's a great time.
I'm racist in our Discord?
To get back on track.
This guy started with a Korean comment. How is
that racist? That's not racist.
All right. I'm going to say the bigger storyline again is the stinker from Ganon. Just because this isn't like the European Open last year where it was like Eagle and Paul battling and then everybody else has kind of sucked. Like, you are the number 1 player in the world. You are the vast favorite and you were not relevant in the World Championships. That's a huge deal to me. I'm not concerned about the Paul thing because Paul's going to win USDGC by 6. So,
by the way, we have now played 2 Paul McBeth design courses this year on tour. So,
what was the other one?
his home course, Olympus,
Oh,
That is
dude, I
true.
totally forgot about that.
down the hill, baby.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, guess we're back up to the top. We're Isaac and Calvin.
Sorry, I'm typing in the chat.
I know you are. It's all
Join
right.
the chat.
I'm here to help a little bit.
Appreciate you. All right, so Isaac back-to-back versus Calvin. For me, it's Isaac back-to-back. Again, the list of 5 players that he has joined is very prestigious. Calvin sucks. It's okay. All right.
Hey, well, shout out to the 5 seed with upset and FPO and MPO.
Let's
Man.
go.
Man. See, here's the thing. I feel like Eisen going back to back is the most subtle back to back that disc golf has ever seen. Majorless Calvin is just a continuous story. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it. I want to go Majorless Calvin. I don't care.
Let's go.
I like that storyline better personally. I have this like vendetta against like Isaac winning Worlds again. Like it just doesn't feel like he's like, yeah, he's a worthy champion.
And
Obviously,
for
but-
that, I'm going Isaac.
yeah, that's fine.
See, I was gonna go Isaac to add a little spice to it, and I could be either way now. But now me and Corey might get majority off that one, and I'll feel bad there. Taylor, you go ahead and pick first, man.
I already voted Isaac.
He already said Isaac.
I'm sorry, I was looking
So
at the
it's
chat. He
two-
said
This is
Isaac.
why you shouldn't be racist.
So true.
2-1 Isaac right now. Push it to Scott.
Barry Schultz, Ken Climo, Paul Macbeth, Ricky Wysocki.
Hey, it's a big deal, but like, is it
Isaac
bigger than
Robinson.
like the Calvin not winning a major? Like, again?
No, I think I have to go Isaac.
Yeah, you
Here's
have
my
to.
reasoning. Here's my reasoning. He's done like nothing all year long, and then just rolls back and just pops off. Just says,
makes
I
no
guess
sense.
I'll
Makes
carry
me
him out.
mad, honestly.
Yeah, but I think that's why it's a bigger storyline because it's like what is going on in this guy's head?
Brooks Koepka.
Brooks Koepka.
Listen, I'm a Brooks guy too. I know, I get it, but
Then
I
you'll know
love
that every interview he straight up
Brooks
says,
Ghost,
I don't care
Gray
about
Shoes.
anything except for the majors.
Isaac hasn't like said that though. That's why he's not in that mindset. Brooks saying like I show up to majors and that's all I want to do. I get that, but like Isaac is trying to win, and then only shows up to Worlds and he's a completely different player. Just
Shout out to Scott agreeing with the Isaac take in the chat.
that's fine.
This
Totally
one,
fine.
so our last semifinal boils down to which was worse, the way Ivy Hill was designed or the way that Gannon played.
I think
feel like
what
this is
The way you worded that, I'm going to say Gannon. being
No,
a
which
stinker.
which is the bigger storyline? Which is the bigger deal in your mind?
The bigger storyline is Ivy Hills because everyone
Yeah.
wants the course to be changed for the better. But the way you worded it was like, what's worse, the course
No,
or
that's my
Gannon?
fault. It's my
And
fault.
Gannon played the course worse.
yeah,
No,
I'm
I
gonna say
agree.
Ivy Hill course design.
I
Ivy
agree.
Hill.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's Ivy.
I agree.
I think there's just certain things that dude, all they have to do is like let the grass grow for like a month.
they can't.
All right, the matchup of the Titans is here,
Why?
1 and 2.
Because it's a golf course. They can't like they said that they golf course didn't let them make like growth changes or chop anything down at the course.
Well, then why are we going?
Because it's a golf course and it's pretty easy
Listen,
to put a
a
tent
lot
up
of
in.
people said that it's one of the most beautiful venues they've ever played at for Worlds. So
Yeah, the venue is very
take that
nice.
with a grain of salt too.
I'm going to give you guys my opinion on this matchup right here that we have of Isaac going back-to-back in the Ivy Hill course design. While I do think that the course design of Ivy Hill is a big deal, if they were playing with baskets in an open field at what was the World Championship, there would be pressure and the story would be written by the players and not where they are playing. So due to that, my vote is for Isaac. Putting on the performance he did, honestly insane. Like I was like watching him play New London
It is
specifically,
insane.
as
Wire to
well.
wire.
Like just the way the disc was coming out of his hand. Like we were like a while before, I was like, oh, he may start yanking it again, may start having the late release. Every shot he threw was so pure, it was insane.
He was at freaking WR Jackson all over again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I thought I would not agree with Taylor, but I do, in fact. I think it's back to back in my head.
I'm gonna say something about the course. One more thing about the course. I heard a lot of players say the course design was bad, right? And that's what we have written: course design, not Ivy Hill course. Because I know a lot of people said it was really cool that there was a clubhouse that they all went into. There was just a players only lounge that players could be at. There was locker rooms. Like that part was really, really cool to them, which I think is cool. So it doesn't say course, it says course design. So thinking about the course, I think the biggest storyline, the thing that I heard before and after the tournament is course design. So that's where my vote is going.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my gosh, Scott's gotta be.
Let's go. Scott gets to decide the final. That's so
All
exciting.
right, Scotty boy, what do you think it is?
This is sick.
This is unprecedented, bro. The chat vote. If you were in the chat right now as a live viewer, you could decide the outcome of our podcast. How exciting is that?
Scott.
Oh,
What do you
but
think?
honestly, I think my idea for 14. Obviously, you said they're not allowed to do anything like cut into it. What? Course. Haha.
God says course.
Let's go.
Unbelievable.
But I think if you could make 2 small platform areas to where the basket is still on the hill, but to the right and the left, there was like a platform, almost like if there was like a tee box for golf, but just a small enough area to where you could land, but then you would still have to putt like at the basket, and it has the potential of rolling away because I really like the roll away.
Proctor's was pretty bad.
Gosh, it's bad.
I know.
But that was more the bad. That was just more a spit out. Like that was less.
Yeah,
the
that was-
rollaway making
that was a
bad.
bad
It was more
spit
that just
out.
the spit out was terrible.
But that pretty much proved that anything that hit the ground was going to roll away.
Yeah.
At least that's what it felt like.
So putt better. Not
So-
on his was a freak accident, but I'm saying in general, putt better.
So there's our storylines for MPO. I think Isaac got robbed. That's okay. I'm so glad it came down to
Dude, man.
Scott in the chat. So if you disagree,
No.
put a comment down below, man. Let us know. Tell us we're all stupid. That's okay. You thought this podcast was already an hour. You thought you were getting out of here without buying and selling a game, but you're wrong because we got buy and sell and we got a game. So I'm gonna get the game ready. I'm gonna let the boys start with buy and sell.
I already alluded to this earlier. I am buying Isaac going to Discmania. It's happening. There needs to be a wager out there that I can bet on about where is Isaac
Money
going
line
next
for
year.
Isaac. What?
Which is
what
actually
would you
really-
love to see as Isaac's signature like first tour series.
What an amazing.
Probably like the MD
Origin.
MD3.
Yeah, I'd probably say the MD3.
You know,
He was
like-
throwing that beat up M1 all over the course. Is M1 their most stable? Which way does it go on Prodigy?
Yeah, M1 is more stable.
M1 is stable.
Yeah, he was throwing like a M1 or something like crazy all weekend at New London. I just kept. It's like the same. It was a wash, rinse, repeat on Jomez of just putting up the flight numbers of a disc that clearly wasn't the disc that's flying.
What if Isaac goes and his first pro model is the Mutant?
Well, that's Alden's,
like
I
the
think.
splice.
Yeah,
They bring back the tilt.
just for our boy Isaac.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I'm buying Isaac to Discmania. I think they complete the family.
Mm-hmm.
I'm buying excitement on new holes at New London
Okay.
Interesting. Speak to
Or
that.
because
Corey stole mine, bro.
So
Oh wow.
did I really?
Yeah, that was what I was gonna say too.
Well, because
So-
they said all those holes suck on the back nine, anyways.
Well,
That's
it's
what
not
people
even
were
that they
saying.
suck. I just love going to a course and then finding out that it's going to be changed and then being able to go to the new course and like compare it. So it's more or less, it's just, we know what it looks like. We've seen New London a million times with Foundation. Go to Foundation and get your stuff.
With our
But
affiliate link. Thanks.
yeah, we've seen New London time and time again, and now we're going to be able to see a new version of New London. And even like Hunter was talking about on Grip Locked, hole 1 might not be hole 1, so that might be like the middle chunk or something like that, or the end. Like I don't know, but I'm excited to see what they do with it.
Yeah, I'll pile on. I actually had it the other way. I had it as a sell, but I was gonna say I'm selling the negativity around that. Like, I hate
same
that
thing.
we're going to like everybody's like, oh, New London's going to change. And everyone's like, oh, this is like the worst thing ever. It can become a better course at the end of the day. And I think it is an agreement when you think about the holes they're losing that they're not like signature holes out there. So I think that we all need to be a little bit more positive, and it can be a great thing.
Okay.
Matthew, what you buying?
I forgot if we were on buy or sell, but as far as my buy, I had a couple different ones, and I'm stuck in the middle between them. I think I'm buying spectator experience. That's my big one on events. It seems like I had some buddies down there this weekend. It seems like there was so many cool little things to do. And it was interesting, like even just having food trucks and stuff at New London versus couldn't have them at Ivy Hill, like bouncing back and forth between those, like seeing those differences on the cool stuff to do. And just the way like Lynchburg had glow tournaments going like all the time after the main event. They had like workshops going, like the entire community embraced that for their own unique tournaments and stuff like that going on during Worlds to give like an amazing spectator experience. Like I said, the buddies I went, they got a tee time for Ivy Hill, like right before the tournament started. They got to play Ivy Hill. They turned around and played a glow tournament, raising money for the Isaiah 117 house. That's such a cool idea. It's like they literally went for the whole week because there was enough stuff going on that they don't even have to watch the rounds and they can have a good time. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody got a sell they're fired up for?
I'm selling
Mine's quick and
whoever.
easy.
I'm selling whoever decided to take away the OB at New London.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck?
Changed it.
Most of the pros that were throwing like hole 1, 2, 3 weren't even going to the OB,
They all birdied it too.
but it would have changed the outcome. Well, I don't know about the entire outcome, but it would have changed a lot of people's scores.
Yep.
The ones that did hit the OB.
Mine's quick and easy too. I'm going to sell I just hate negativity, man. I'm selling people being so negative about Disc Golf Network all the time, man.
Are they
As an
still
old head
doing
in
that,
disc
man?
golf? Like, just be so happy that live disc golf is sick and you can watch live disc golf every weekend and it's awesome. Get a life.
Get him, Taylor. Mine's quick and easy. I am selling that Worlds is. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but this is how I thought about it. I'm selling the fact that Worlds is not the last major of the year.
Yeah.
And so we get Worlds and we all go, man, that was crazy. Oh, yeah, but we get USDGC with a ton of history coming up, and that's what we're really excited about. So, like, I immediately went, oh, yeah, we got USDGC coming up. That's pretty cool.
If you could
So-
decide, would you have Worlds before or after the Pro Tour Championship?
Before.
Okay.
Before two.
Why?
Because to me it feels like
If anybody could win Worlds and there were like 200 plus people playing in Worlds, what does it matter if it's after the Pro Tour Championship where it's only the best of the best?
I feel like for me, I think it's like too late in the year to where people are going to be just like too tired and not like getting to their peak is what I would be thinking about. So
Okay.
Yeah, it's hard because I do also like that Worlds moves around a bit, so you can kind of test different skill sets. But yeah, it makes it hard to have like what Corey alluded to. Like Worlds just does not feel as important as it once did.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like sometimes I'll look at the Pro Tour Championship and go, oh my God, this is basically the fifth major because it's the best of the best in the entire like season are playing with stakes kind of,
yeah.
I'll take my sell. I am selling my own opinion from the beginning of the year. I think I said we made a big deal about the competition in like MPO and that you were going to have to lock in every round just to like to barely win. You had to be on for all 5 rounds. So I do agree with that, right? Like you have to be on, but like Isaac won by 4 here. Nicholas had an unfortunate thing, but I think at the beginning of the year I predicted like, hey, every winner will be within 1 stroke of the second place. And that hasn't. There's like multiple times this year already that's not been the case. So I'm kind of selling my own opinion from the beginning of the year, in which just the way I was expecting competition to be. It's certainly competitive, but just a little different than I thought.
I want to share one fun fact real quick.
I love that.
I just looked up the head-to-head stats and record of Isaac Robinson and Calvin Heimberg. Calvin Heimberg's record is 11-4 this year against Isaac. Calvin has 6 podiums, and Isaac has 1. And yet,
It's a dang good one.
yeah. And Calvin's got 80% top 10, and Isaac has 53% top 10. So
Crazy.
unbelievable how Calvin can be so dominant, so good all season long, but yet all that matters is that you win 1 week out of the year.
Yeah, that's crazy. With that, we are gonna move into the game. We've played this game before. I love this game. We're gonna look at the World Championship stats. I'm gonna tell you a stat, and you're gonna tell me who you think led in that stat for the tournament. I'll ask you this: do you guys want to compete against one another, or would you like to be on the same team? I'm gonna leave that up to you.
Let's compete against one another. So we gotta like
let's
send you a name maybe.
Yep. So I'm gonna tell you a stat, and you guys DM me on the Discord, where Matt is often racist, where who you think led that stat. I'm just gonna let this joke keep going, and we'll do it that way. You'll get a point if you get it right. If you don't, you suck. Hate to tell you. The first stat we are looking at is birdie percentage.
100.
Who had the highest birdie percentage at the World Championships?
Oh, we're sending it to you?
Yeah, hit me in the DMs, Pop.
Yeah, probably should. I was about to blurt it out too.
By the way, just another fun fact real quick. Gannon was 13-3-1 versus Isaac this year.
That's insane.
Why am I blanking? Hold on.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I'm kind of
guys.
blanking too.
I'm gonna see what Ricky was this year. Ricky's was 11-3 versus Isaac.
Tough year for
I don't
Isaac.
think I'm.
Not at Worlds.
Yeah,
Dude.
I don't think that's the right answer, but
Put in a
I'm gonna
name
throw
here.
one
Let's
in.
go, boys.
I put in a name. So did Scott. Scott put a name
Yeah,
in
I
the
love that.
Discord, but just pinged the whole Discord. Scott, you could just respond in chat too. That'd be,
No, I like it. I
Actually,
said
just-
specifically hit me up in the Discord, so he's just following
wait,
instructions.
yeah, you're right. My bad.
And then there was
All
one.
right, I'm just gonna go with
His
that.
name's completely corny. Okay, so Scott hit us with an Ezra Robinson. We had 2 votes for Nicholas and then a vote for Sullivan Tipton, and everyone is wrong. It was Simon Lazat,
Wow.
led birdie rate. Just a
Good
few
for
too
him.
many birdies.
That's crazy because you lost.
Yeah, that is crazy. I'm gonna combine the driving stats and the gain T to green, and we'll talk about gain C1X. So we'll do 4 total. But I also would like you to tell me who led this weekend, or for the World Championships in Circle 2 putting.
Oh man.
I'll give you a hint because this is a tough one that nobody's going to get anyway. This person was tied for 164th place.
Holy crap!
Is it a pro that we all know?
All right, hold on. They didn't make the cut. And it was 3 for 4. Okay, we got to go with somebody else actually.
Okay.
This is at least a person you'll know. Tied for 23rd. I'll give you the place. You just got to tell me
Okay.
who it is.
We'll disregard that one then.
I feel like that's a good guess either way. Christopher Robbins was in 164th place, was 75%
Christopher
from
Robin.
Like
Circle
the guy from Winnie the Pooh?
Yep. That guy, if he gets really good at disc golf, has a great opportunity for the sickest stamps, man.
Dude, for sure.
I don't know.
I mean, he's got to get out of 100th place, but there's potential.
Yeah.
All right, so we had some good guesses, I feel like. Kevin Jones, Simon Lizotte, and James Proctor. Well, the answer we were looking for was Jakub Semerad.
I thought him for like a
Holy.
second.
Putted 65% from C2, 24 of 37.
That's crazy.
With an average, had the highest average putt length as well of 22 feet.
I saw him hit some bangers in coverage, but like his putt is so weird.
He was absolutely banging them. All right,
Good for him.
we are moving on to who led the field in strokes gained tee to green at the World Championship. Shout out the Silas Schultz guess as well from Scott.
Yeah.
Tee to green.
So that is really just a combination of the driving stats.
Yeah.
All right, so we have guesses of Luke Taylor, Gannon, and Eagle. Once again, we're going over here. As we like to say, driving really tells you who's going to win a tournament, and it was Isaac Robinson won. He gained 23.76 strokes tee to green, which is
I literally-
a big number.
Yeah, I typed out Isaac's name, and then I was like, certainly not. And then I deleted it and put Luke Taylor.
Are you doing strokes gained putting?
That
next
is the
or
next
no?
one. Yes, strokes gained
Okay.
C1X
I was gonna say something that was gonna give it away. All right.
is our last category here that we're going to take a look at. Actually, I might scroll through and find some more. Oh, I could just do gain putting, huh? You guys want to
Yeah.
do C1X or putting?
Putting, gain putting.
We'll do both. Fork it. We got nothing to lose. Who gained the most strokes C1X, bro?
I'm sticking with my answer.
All right, so Tyler and Scott got it right. Shout out to them. It was Eagle McMahon had the most strokes gained in C1X at 6.85. Really
Wait,
solid
that's what I
putting.
said. I got. Oh, they must have came in backwards.
Oh, so Corey got the last two right, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, good job, Corey.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, really?
No, I said them backwards.
I was gonna say, get out of here.
Yeah, but 96% C1X for Eagle McMahon.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think he only
55
missed
out
like
of
2 putts.
57. That is
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah, he missed 2 putts. I heard about that.
Let me see who else up here that had a bunch. Oh, Matt Bell up there as well at 98% for people that had a lot of opportunities. We'll
Putting work,
also,
yeah.
just for funsy, we'll go next into gained putting total. This may be an easy answer based
Wait,
on
can I
what
get-
we've already covered.
Can I get what we just covered that I missed?
Absolutely.
Oh
not.
my gosh.
Wait, who gained the most C1X though?
Eagle.
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 Gained
Dang.
6 strokes, almost 7. But yeah, putted 96% on 57 opportunities. Pretty wild.
I mean, it could be Jakub though. I mean, 60-something% from Circle 2 is crazy.
My audio just randomly failed. Luckily, I had a backup, but I missed the most important part of that conversation.
Oh, great guess from Completely Corn Dog. Waiting for Scott's answer here, and then we'll reveal. Yeah, so it turns out when you make what was it? When you make 24 circle 2 putts, that that
Yaku,
pushes you
I
up
know
in
it.
strokes gained putting. Yeah, he gained almost 15
Yeah.
strokes putting. We'll go one more since we're down here. Who actually this might be hard. I thought of people that actually made the cut.
Jeremy Colling.
Yeah, Jeremy Colling. That's a great answer. Never mind. That was going to be hard to find somebody. That's it. That's all we got. Eagle had a great putting performance. Does anybody know what Eagle putts with now, by the way?
Anodes.
Yeah.
No, nomads.
Those words are
Nomads.
close to each other.
Yep.
I'm pretty
Either
sure
way,
it's a nomad.
whether it's
Oh,
an
no, you're
anode
right. It's
or a
nomads. It's
nomad,
nomads.
you should go pick one up at foundationdisc.com using our affiliate link. Thanks so much to them for helping put this podcast together and giving us the link. Use it, and we'll go to Charlotte again, and it'll be a lot of fun. Thank you guys for watching this episode. I had a lot of fun doing something a little bit different with the tournament bracket, and as always, just fun playing some games with the boys. We're out here Wednesday nights, 8:45 Eastern. Check us
check
out
us
on
out.
Apple Music or Spotify or live here on the YouTube. But with that, we'll see you all next week.
Peace.
Okay, bye. Hey, I got a serious question.
Love it.
Yes, sir.
Hole 5 is at New London is like the weird hill with the OB on top and bottom, right?
No.
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 Yes.
Which hole are you give me? Are you talking about the
Hole
Hole-
5. We threw forehand. There's
Oh,
OB on top
yes.
and bottom
Yes.
of the hill.
Yes.
It's
You
a
talking about the
slanted
one?
hill.
You talking about the one in the open?
No, he's got it right, Matt. He's got it right. Yes, go
Hole
ahead.
5.
What am I tripping on?
It's the one
We
where
threw-
like
it's either a forehand or a roller for the
It's-
pros.
yeah, it's where Hunter throws that roller shot every time.
Oh,
You-
okay.
You usually roll down the hill OB, or there's OB
Oh,
on top
man.
of the hill.
I thought you were saying literally he would fall and roll. It would be.
Oh no.
I thought that's what he was saying.
Bro, I gotta watch
Do
that
you
video
think-
again.
Do you think it would be a cool idea, because there's a tree directly in front of the tee pad, to have every other round Mando left or right?
Hmm.
So I feel like that would change up that shot a little more than just, hey, throw the forehand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that would be a cool
Yeah.
idea.
That would be a really cool idea.
I was thinking about it the
That
entire
would be
time.
Scott.
and
I do be falling, man.
Bro, there's
Scott,
the
you
again the
Scott, you have
opportunity for a
no
6 stamp.
idea.
Wait, say that again, Taylor.
There's an
6
opportunity
stamp.
for a 6 stamp in there.
Yeah.
Dude,
do
I have
be-
so many memories of him just like fucking.
It was literally.
Wow.
I think it was
On
twice,
ground.
right? And we're pushing a lot of these.
No, it was at least 3 times.
I don't even know.
I was
I hit-
okay.
I
We were at.
I hit so hard, I
um,
can't remember where it was at, bro.
We were at
Scott's got
Plantation.
concussions, man.
We were at Plantation, and I think it was like hole 17 or something. It was
Yeah,
uphill.
yeah, I
I
know
was
that one.
stretched out for a forehand, and then we just heard a tree fall, and we all look back, and you're like, "Go ahead, throw," and we're all like, "What the heck just happened?" And then you fell at Echo, and then I'm pretty sure you fell at.
You tripped when it was raining, I think.
Yeah.
It's rain. You can't blame the
I
guy.
probably
It's
did.
raining.
I probably did.
Yeah. Oh, serious question. Do you think they actually removed the tree at USDGC yet, hole 1? Or do you think it's still there?
That's a great question.
I bet
You
it's
think
still
they
there.
removed my Pharaoh from the water at USDGC on hole 5?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, the orange one with the.
Guys, I've been trying to find. This is related to losing this. I've been trying to find a bright white Clash soda again.
Bright white.
Okay, that
You've
doesn't
seen
help.
Matt's Discord
It's
comments. You would know
easy.
why, man.
I've been trying to find it, and I found one, and it was like a blank stamped one, and I was like, I don't care. It's easy to see, and then I almost bought it, and then I looked at shipping costs, and it was like from Finland, would have been $34 to ship.
And then you realized it was dark white.
I almost ruined it.
All right,
I don't know why
Sorry.
I was rewatching. I spent the last 14 hours of this last weekend drop. So I was poking through some of our old podcasts just to catch up a little bit. And I don't remember what even caused it, but we were talking about the Discord, and Tyler's like, "Yeah, Matt's racist in there a lot." So I was like, "I'm gonna bring that joke back, and just every week I'm just gonna bring that back."
Oh man,
It's completely unprompted.
That's great. Oh man, yeah. I will say that ever since I put that orange DD3 in the bag, I mean I'm just ripping it, man. So
It's cool and all, but you need a purple interval.
Need a super glow realm.
yeah. Corey, how long you think until
Super Glow Realm would be cool.
that would be
Sick.
Corey? How long you think until the new molds get up on the team site?
I don't know. I asked them today.
Corey, how long do you think until our stamp comes?
Good question. Great question.
That's like how I'm just like prodding my way into relevance using.
Oh, he's getting.
Okay, so
Him and his 117 followers.
yeah,
Subtle
we
flex.
killing it. We killing it.
You guys tired of my gifts yet?
You just keep posting them, dude.
I'm trying to find ones that are funny, and I just keep putting it in there. I'm waiting for somebody
Scott,
like
what's an ET1?
extraterrestrial.
There was no extraterrestrial one.
I thought it was
From-
the ET2.
Scott's like, yeah, because I have ET1.
He's got the pro.
Blood probably does actually.
I'll say that's actually probably true.
There is no ET1.
There is for
I wonder
him.
What are the deals of the day on discount disc?
Oh my.
It was
goodness.
Legacy this week.
Dude, that's where Isaac's
Raw?
going.
You can get a raw for $8. Bro, imagine he goes to Legacy disc. How sick that would be. Nobody likes the infinite disc rocks, man. Tyler, you can get an Inca for $9 right now.
What?
Guys, Dynamic Discs has Supreme EMAC Truth first run for $9.99.
Wow.
No way.
What is going on at Dynamic Discs?
I threw
That That general
Trilogy
cost too much to make.
Challenge. I threw the Trilogy Challenge Glimmer Ice Orbit OptoX Special Edition 360 No Scope Escape in my video that I have ready to post that I just don't want to post.
Nice.
Are we actually throwing a specific disc for next?
Oh,
Oh, that's
yeah, I
a
forgot
great-
about
that's a
that.
great
You guys want to
comment.
start doing challenge?
Yeah, let's do
I
it.
think it'd be fun.
I'm challenged in a few ways. So.
I think the easy.
Oh, hooray! No, the diamond sold out.
My bad.
Scott, is the ET1 just a thicker rim on the driver's side? Because that definitely looks illegal.
We should have a segment, a pre-recorded segment going PDGA approved mold.
That's what the in the news segment was gonna be. And
Yeah,
then we
you know what I
talked about-
should-
Nobody talks about that, bro. Nobody's out here talking about the Lone Star Disc Desperado.
That's actually a sick name for a disc, by the
That's
way.
pretty sick. Or the Streamline Disc Range. Apparently, it's just a bird.
Yeah, I have been hearing that quite frequently.
What
We
about the
should make that
native
one. That'd be
discs
so funny.
trickster? Or in other words,
Trickster.
cuckfee.
Holy crap! I'd love to throw a rival. Wait, this disc golf bag is on. I didn't even realize they had bags for sale.
I'm telling you, man. In an alternate timeline, if Lone Star Disc, the people that run it, weren't just like stupid assholes, it would be a solid company.
Yeah, they have a ton
Yeah.
of molds now.
Yeah.
Like their plastic is good.
The Bravo is sick.
No cap on a stack. Their plastic is.
They just messed up, man.
Dude, it's going to be crazy not bagging zones.
That is gonna be crazy, Corey. That might be the weirdest. Oh, the pace is $8 on there right now.
Wait, what are you talking about, Corey? What are you doing?
Finish line's got
chicane.
his own.
Finish line's
Yeah.
got a zone coming out. So
Wow.
I named it.
The
This guy.
chicane. What's the chicane mean?
It's the part in the F1 race that has like the two tight turns.
Oh,
that
yeah,
is
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
So you have to like slow
Dumb.
down and then like yeah.
That's a dumb name.
Thank you.
You're a hater on me?
I'm just kidding, dude.
Bro, I just have to get something.
And then
off
the
my chest.
sector is straight mid.
Speaking of,
Say it, Taylor.
Oh.
Speak to that, Taylor.
I hate Doomsday discs with every fight. Sorry.
Oh, wow.
I just
Now you hate him.
I hate it
Wow.
so much, dude.
Dude,
So
do they
much.
bust your butt?
Yeah, did it bust your
Nut
bunker?
Buster 5000. The sad thing is that disc was kind of sick.
The sad thing is, I still think about putting with the Mr. Putt.
The extra sad thing is Corey still hasn't made a lunch break with the Lightning yet.
Oh, wow. He
I
lost
know.
it.
I need to grab it. No, it's
Oh.
yeah. I need to grab it.
Or the fact that there's not a completely Corey Mr. Putt of it.
Oh,
Actually, I'll film it tomorrow.
Broderick just posted a video yesterday of him playing at the fort.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
literally when I found out that that's where the holy shot was.
Are you kidding me? Dude, you live under a rock, I swear.
No, I live out on the course where I play and I don't pay attention to fucking numbers. You weirdo. Okay.
Numbers? What numbers?
Got him.
Yeah, dude, you're all about stats.
Numbers.
You're
Because
all
I can
about
s-
stats.
I can see numbers.
Did you know
and
he's 37% from 42 inches? Wow.
it's because I can see
don't
the
care.
numbers. I can see the
I don't
numbers
care.
and I memorize it forever.
Oh, I can see my smile the sun glaring off my smile because I'm
This is
out
so
playing,
happy.
as
So
opposed to you sitting in your weird blue room with a skateboard you've never touched.
Go off.
Why are you
King.
hating on his room? Where's there
Go
a
off,
skateboard?
King.
Oh, it fell or something. I
It's
don't
like- oh shoot, you can't see it, but it's like
Go
Right
off,
there.
King.
I'm getting gaslit into Tyler having a skateboard right now. I'm
I
like,
don't.
where's it at?
The,
Corey's
the
like,
move
it
to
fell.
Wednesdays
Some-
just made this.
Oh, no,
group
it was on his wall.
aggressive.
I don't
it
think
was
this.
here, and then I just moved it behind.
By the
me.
way, I
I'm
don't
aggressive
think this was
because
a weird
Tyler
episode.
needs to get out more.
dude, I've got 2 kids.
No,
I get
vibes
out.
were
Cool,
not-
you're talking
vibes
crap
were
to
not
me
weird this
about
Wednesday.
not knowing
I will
about
say.
a freaking
I can't hear
place.
Taylor saying because Corey's getting turned off.
We
What was it?
all been watching Worlds, and it's the holy shot. That's all
Yeah,
I'm saying.
Corey, TBH, I think I think there's a metric that Tyler's right here.
Listen, my thing is I do love stats because I like making sense of things. So if I can connect the dots stats wise, then I can think about, okay, this is what I need to work on in my game. So that's why I memorize stats and I look at stats. I'm a stats guy.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
That's perfectly fine. I'm just saying I
It's
don't
not
know
what
where the
you
holy
want.
shot was because I didn't watch that Worlds. I just saw that clip 5,000 times every
Yeah.
commercial. So
Yeah.
Matthew, if you'd like to speak on that,
Please
Can we
don't.
get a? Can we get
Speak
an
to that.
overall?
I watched that
vibes
live
check?
somehow. It was crazy.
I
Overall
cannot hear
vibes check
Taylor.
for this Wednesday.
I feel like this was a good vibes Wednesday, generally.
this was a great vibes Wednesday. I just
I
hate
agree.
Tyler. That's
fine.
There's like nothing against that.
That's fine. That's fine. You're allowed to hate. I'm saying just over the way that the last 2 Wednesdays have gone. I feel like this is a very generally good Wednesday.
It was
and
jet lag.
We don't have
It
a lot of
was jet
competition
lag.
going on. As far
Taylor,
as
can you please raise your volume because
Bro, I'm
Yeah, you're so
trying.
quiet,
My mic is
Taylor.
you sound
cooked, man.
you
I'm
sound like
trying
you're
to fix the
covering your mic
It's actually okay. We're
with a blanket.
okay. We're going back to this. I'm sorry. We're going back to this.
Heck yeah!
All right, fellas, do we want to do putter only front 9 at your local course? Best UDisc round rating wins.
I don't know if I have, or I don't know if
Who
I would get a
has-
UDisc round rating for mine.
Who has?
just the
I was
front
gonna say
nine.
who has the least? Like who has the worst course?
I have to go to Iron Hill. That would be my local.
No, I think
I'm
you
not
get
saying-
opt
I'm
in
not
out of
saying-
Iron Hill. I don't
I'm
think
saying
you
like who has the course that like
is a stinker.
Would it be Taylor
Oh, it's
having
absolutely me.
the least amount of courses? So we have to find one that's equivalent to his front nine. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Taylor, can you give us that? I love that. Speaking of stats, I love a stat that Tyler introduced to me. And that stat is the feet
Matthew being
per stroke.
100% racist in the
So
Discord.
true, man. It just never stops.
He said he was getting help. Let's give the man a benefit of the doubt.
yeah, but I didn't know that meant he was going to call some guys with white hoods.
Okay, all right, we're a little.
That was so good. That was so good. It was a little far, but that was so good.
I took 8 hours of diversity and inclusion training last
Listen,
week.
do we just need to talk about the Kaylee King issue? Is that what we need to do here?
No, I don't give a
No,
shit.
this is from. This
if
is
you
from before
don't
Taylor's
realize that there were probably more messed up things in history on the same land, then I don't want to. I there's nothing for me to talk to you about.
thing.
We don't have to talk about it.
No, we don't have to talk about it. I think allegedly Taylor's bringing this up because previously on the podcast someone called me racist.
Yeah,
And I don't know when that happened.
no, I can find. I want to find it just because I'm curious. But yeah, out of nowhere, we were talking about the Discord. It was like, yeah, you can. Tyler said, yeah, and Matt's incredibly racist in the Discord. It's like I'm just bringing this joke back, man. The joke needs to come. What were we talking about? Stats and UDisc. I was supposed to look.
Oh, can you look at take the total distance on the front nine of your course and divide it by the par of your front?
Yep, and
For
that'll
the
give you the
for
feet,
the shorts, I'm
feet
assuming?
per par.
Yeah, if it's putters, we can do the shorts. Unless they're stupid short. And I log into my account so I can buy a Supreme EMAC Truth first run. Which is a more stable Truth. And I get $9 dynamic dollars, whatever that means.
Oh, turn up
Take the
dynamic
feet.
bucks.
Take the feet and divide it by the par, and that's how you get the feet by par. That's what it sounded like you said.
Yeah, it wasn't. Felons are $13. Trespasses are $9. Also Supreme. The culprit is actually a sick frisbee. It's $9.
All right, so the total
ET1
feet
left,
is
ET2
24.
Interesting.
For the front nine,
How is
Wait,
Scott
say that
getting,
again?
How is Scott getting these trash panda discs?
he
24,
went to the
24.
factory.
24.24
Yeah.
is the foot per. What's from your longs?
Oh, that's just the total feet, not per par. I haven't done the per par yet. Sorry.
Oh. You had me geeking.
Guys, like, what freaking course are you playing, bro?
I was like 24 feet per par. They're 90-foot holes.
I have a course like that around here.
I know of a course like that.
It's in Ann Arbor. A little pitch and putt.
So this
They're not all like
divided
that,
by
but-
this 83.586.
Okay. So our peak numbers, we're trying to get that 83 marker around it.
This is the actual
Wait,
course that's close to my house. So
was
there's a
that on
couple
9
par fours
holes?
out there? Yeah, it's 9 holes.
Was that 9 holes or 18 holes?
That's 9 dogs.
9 dogs?
9 dogs on your noggin, bro.
Let me see what I got here. Smart layouts.
We do need to be playing Fortnite again soon, though. I got to agree with Matt.
Yeah. I had some other game that I was just thinking of that I thought would be so funny. A Minecraft stream would go crazy, but I think we actually. Does anyone not have
anything about that?
I'm
Okay,
gonna tell
that's
you,
why
I'm
we-
gonna keep it a buck. I've never played Minecraft in my life.
What?
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
How is? I was about to
Matt,
say it
We're 10 years. We're 10 years younger than you.
Minecraft's been like top game. Oh my goodness! But you played Fortnite. You played all the CODs.
I played all the CODs and that was it. And FIFA. That's the only
Oh.
games I ever
Take
played.
me back
How
to
do I
Halo
find-
2, man.
Oh my gosh! I would actually go. I used to grind out Halo 4. I've said it before. We set up a giant LAN thing with like 4 Xboxes one time, ran Ethernet cords across all of them, and then did a 16-man bracket over like 5 hours. It might have been the most.
So lit.
Oh my goodness! It went so hard.
What if they don't have just the shorts?
You just have to find something that's equivalent to like 83 feet per par.
Yeah.
I know,
so
but I'm saying, like, do I have to do the math and add up all the
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
That's what
front
I did.
nine?
Yeah, that's what I did.
yeah. Luckily, mine's already got it in, but
Dedicated to
mine's
the craft, you know.
he's dedicated to the craft. Mine's 84 feet, so I'm already chilling. Okay, if none of you, it's only funny Minecraft wise if you guys haven't played the game. Like that's what makes it enjoyable. So if you're telling me 3/4 of you haven't played Minecraft, it actually would be funny.
I played Minecraft.
Okay.
I've never. I do yearn for the mines, but I've never crafted.
Oh, you'll yearn, bro. You will yearn for the mines. My buddy was like, Minecraft is stupid and dumb, and I was like, okay, we're making a Minecraft server, and just because all of our friends were playing, he had to play pretty much, or just play by yourself. And he just tried. He died 3 times every hour for 2 weeks straight, and he goes, it's dumb. There's no way to survive. And I was like, well, this guy hates Minecraft. And then we just put another server up 3 weeks ago, and I swear he's probably put in 30 hours this week and just loves the game now.
Let's go.
I'm like, that's
Also, I'm proud of myself. I found out I learned how to do something. So if you go to our YouTube right now, if you go to the description, you can click a button that says join our Discord, and it is an invite to our Discord.
Oh wow!
And when you're in there, you'll see Matt say some racist stuff.
See, now it feels like I have to say racist stuff, or people are going to be. FIFA would also be
reputation to
fun,
hold
Scott.
up.
I think, Scott, in a perfect world, we have that clean pod, and just more and more of the after pod becomes like a fun little game we play for 20 or 25 minutes.
Taylor,
Hello.
did you say yours was 24-24?
Yeah, the total feet of the front 9.
Mine's 24-23.
Oh my goodness.
I have to ask this question before we do this. Are we counting a zone as a putter?
No.
Okay. I always refer to it as a putt and approach, but I would not consider for this a challenge.
I would consider an approach.
Yeah. So we're saying no zones.
So does it have to be one singular putter or one singular
3
ball?
speed or lower. 3 speed or lower.
Yeah, that's another great question. Do we want to opt into one singular disc?
No.
No, any putter
So-
works.
So, wait, what do you mean? What?
Or
Are we doing-
any amount of putters work is what we're. You can
Putters
throw.
around.
Yeah, you can throw 10 putters if you want.
Oh,
Oh, he
Well,
says.
I'm not gonna do that.
That seems less fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it should just be one
I'm
putter.
You wanna do
bringing
one?
one putter.
I'm bringing my
Like
I'm
one
bringing my
disc.
blue Marvel, and that's it.
Okay.
I'll
I
putt
would
with that boy.
I think you should. Let's opt in that you can, in fact, putt with your putting putters though, if you want.
That's fine.
Yeah,
That's fine.
I
I
think
say
I
pick a
think-
throwing putter, pick your putting putter, and then you have
Okay.
2.
Yeah.
Also, should we keep track of actual stats,
What do you mean?
like
Circle
putting and
1, putting.
Yeah.
Bro, that would be a sick game. Who led in Circle 1X in
Ooh la
our
la.
challenge?
You got it. Okay, so this is gonna sound really stupid, but Circle 1X, what's that mean?
It
That's
doesn't
That's a
count.
great-
bullseye.
Doesn't count.
What's the
tap-ins,
bullseye
yeah.
again?
8 feet.
So it's just anything inside Circle 1.
33 to 8 feet.
So it's
Inside
not, it's
inside
not bullseye.
Yeah.
Does not
Bullseye
include
doesn't.
bullseye.
It's
yeah.
subtracted.
Does not include bullseye.
Why?
Because that's not a statistic. That's not a putting statistic at that point. It's a statistic.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard, but Evelina won
Bad example.
Worlds.
Wait, good example. Wait, good
just saying.
example. Actually.
Well, also
what
her
you're saying.
circle, if it was bullseye, her circle putting would stat would have been better. Significantly.
Would it?
Hopefully.
She could probably miss dropping it into the basket.
Bro, the first putt I saw her put up from 15 feet that just did not have a chance to hit any part of the basket. It's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a long round for us here.
How is her forehand approach game?
Mm.
Or
No
does she
idea.
just throw a backhand? Or does she just throw it off the tee directly at the basket?
I think she just throws it off the tee direct, like to 15 feet or less.
Okay. Because I'm curious. I wonder if she
she-
forehand putts.
She had a circle 1 putt for birdie every hole of the final.
Okay.
Fellas, I gotta go.
See you later.
That's fine,
Okay,
man.
bye.
That's fine. So we're doing
Bye,
putter
guys.
only plus
Miss
putting
you.
putter, 9
you.
holes. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's fine. Cool. Sounds
Also,
good.
I would like to formally say that Scott should be invited to the challenge.
Oh yeah, Scott, if you're interested, dude, find a
Just
course.
run it through the Discord.
Run, and
Local
that
course
actually
shorts.
would be a heater to run through the Discord.
Yeah. Find a
Is-
9-hole, 81.
That works, man. If you go by the
That's-
AMPads, do 81. You can bring your putter and putting putters. That works actually great. Throw it in there.
I gotta
Give us the
decide
stats.
which tomb I'm gonna take, bro. I don't know if I'm gonna
Oh
take
la la.
my stable tomb or my understable.
I gotta decide if I'm taking the Watt or if I'm taking a Luna.
The
Blue and
what?
white, baby.
Dude, the Watt
Blue
goes.
and white.
The Watt is so good for no reason. I don't even understand. Like, that disc is an amazement to me. I don't understand why it's that good. But
Shout out Drew Gibson.
shout out Drew Gibson for continually for the one in 7 mystery boxes he does, having discs that every person can throw, and the rest having neutron time lapses.
Do we know? I was gonna talk about for some reason the off that I was gonna ask if anybody knows the lore of this new Atlas bag that Trevor was popping with in this new video.
Yeah,
Any
so
lore on
as,
that thing?
the lore is they've been prototyping a pro level bag for like a year and a half at least. When we talked to Brad about it, he mentioned it to us, but then Brody's in the bag from like last year, the beginning of the year, something. He was using the pro bag. So I'm assuming with the new shipment of
Oh,
bags,
like new samples. Yeah.
they got new
Where do you
samples in
see
it.
it?
The
If
video
you
they
just
did with
look on,
Mystifer Gannon.
Yeah, Trevor's rocking it. So also the video with Silas Schultz. You can just tell it's like got a thicker outside, and there's
The putter
like
pocket
6.
looks like it hold like 6 discs in there.
Yeah, the putter pocket's got like 6 discs instead of the 3. When are they going to release the Robbie C red colorway? I don't know. Corey, do you
Kelly
remember
Connor
what
told us
Brad
and I
said
don't
about
remember.
Broad.
that? No, sorry, I meant Brad. I don't know why I said Brad.
Oh, are we still online?
Yeah,
we're still online.
we're still live.
Can't say.
It's not
NDA.
happening.
Yeah, I
Bro.
kept hearing different things.
You guys want to call me
It's not.
Kristen Tatar because I was letting my dogs out this morning and I looked down from where I was standing and I had just a literal 1,000 fire ants on my leg.
That stinks.
Has been a tough day.
So,
The-
Scott, when I was talking to Robbie C, it doesn't sound. It sounds like Atlas does not think that colorway would sell.
I would argue that I would buy it.
I would argue that a lot of people would buy it.
I would argue that it would just be a cool looking bag.
Facts.
Well, so Robbie's whole thing was like, doesn't Drew Gibson have the same colorway and it's always sold out? And he got the response of, we do not think that colorway will sell. So, don't know.
Tough.
It's too much the color of Satan.
Oh, so
heavens
true,
for
bro.
Betsy's.
Bro,
Go ahead. Taylor.
this is gonna turn into stuff we probably shouldn't talk about on live, but I would like to know when I'm gonna get my $40-something from. Say,
You have $40 from Atlas?
bro, I've been selling some bags.
Have you actually? That's actually awesome.
Yeah, I'm very surprised myself. Actually, I don't know.
How much
you-
do you get per bag?
$8.
Oh, nice.
You sold
So you
5
sold, like,
bags.
Yeah.
I almost put your link in the end of my video that I made the other day, but that was
That's
such
why
a-
he has $40.
That's why I sold 5 bags, man. No, I was thinking about it the other day. I think it's hilarious that I get almost the same amount of money from someone buying a 3D printed disc as I do as somebody buying a bag.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's crazy.
My buddy thinks the margins for 3D printed discs are like massive.
The margins for discs in general are, I gotta say.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd be curious to. I wonder if Jason would actually tell. But
Yeah,
It's
my
gotta
buddy.
be
Well,
pretty
he
good.
had a 3D printer, or he has a 3D printer, and he 3D printed a bunch of stuff. And he was like, he like felt it, and he's like, yeah, I have a similar plastic. He's like, I think this would be $2 to make this disc.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I think you have to include like
$2?
$2 to print like the plastic.
Doll hairs?
Whatever plastics he's using, he thinks about 165 grams would be around there. But he might be using a different plastic.
Wait, are you talking about 3D printed or
Yeah.
just?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I
Yeah.
don't know. I thought you were talking about injection molding. I was like, no, that's like pennies.
Yeah, it's real cheap.
Yeah, because you make it in such a big bulk that I mean, a tub of plastic is probably $3,000, and you could probably get like 100,000 discs out of it. Like it's insane.
Guys, I'll be honest, I don't even remember how to access our affiliate program. I harassed Brad.
It's okay. I'm pretty sure
For
I've
so
been spelling
long.
my first name wrong my entire life.
So either
That is
you or
so
Birdie, man.
funny, Corey. Oh my goodness.
I should probably message him.
I should probably call her.
I should,
I should go.
I should probably message him.
Okay. You know, we're actually pretty good right now on total Brad harassments. So you could harass Brad about it, Taylor.
I mean, I'm sure there's a cutoff at some point. I'm kind of curious. The long con is sell enough Atlas bags that I can use to pay for a lore.
Oh my gosh. This man is a genius.
Cooking. Corey, how much is it again to order from Finish Line?
What do you mean? What?
I think it's 160.
Lore bag.
It's either 160 or 165 shipped.
It might be 165 actually.
Bet. All right, fellas, it's 10 p.m. It's my bedtime because I'm old.
Oh, heavens to Betsy's. It's 11 p.m. for us.
Oh,
All right.
frick, dude.
For it. Good
God,
episode.
thanks for hanging out, man.
Scott, thanks for hanging out. I think we had good vibes in this episode, man. I think we corrected
Yeah,
the
vibes
vibes.
were back. The vibes were back today.
The ship has been righted. I think we're fine. I think the marriage is saved.
I should call her.